Tuesday, January 16th. I was on a goddamn beach all weekend. An island, Sean. The only way to get there was air, land, and sea. Flew to Key West.
Those are the only ways?
Drove to this other place. Hopped on a boat. That boat took me on a 10-minute trip to an island in the middle of the Caribbean. I felt like fucking Gilligan at one point.
Ice and snowed here.
It was windy. It was windy down there.
Your pictures look great. Videos, the fucking chicken.
I just love like a little ocean medication/meditation, man. It's so awesome because it puts everything into perspective, man. When you're just staring at the sea, it's so big. And I love just like in the living room, okay, watching the TV here, door open on the back, never-ending ocean. I just love that. It just, for me, it puts everything, it is. It's hard not to feel small when you're staring at the sea, man. A little something to think about. A little something to think about. It's a humbling situation wherever you're just like, man, I ain't shit, dude. And I ain't shit, bro.
Ocean radiates positive energy, too. You're just sitting with that breeze, that fucking noise, the waves and shit. You're just like, man, this feel, and then you just...
And the sun.
Yeah,
Let's not even talk about the sun because motherfucking polar vortex is back. We pissed his ass off.
Yeah, you guys did, man.
Didn't we?
Seasonal depression is a real thing.
For real. That sun was amazing. Like it was, but now granted, when we were in the shade, guys, let's not knock it. It was 55 degrees in that shade.
Get yourself a little vitamin C while you're getting a little vitamin B.
Yeah, I mean, we enjoyed it down there. We had a good time. Vitamin C is always good for your body. Everybody knows I can't drink orange juice. I'm allergic. So the sun is the only way I can get it. So I'm allergic to orange juice.
Hey, you know, just so you know, the other day, I knew you were when we were shopping, but that cooks off. That's why I wasn't like concerned about you being allergic to orange juice because it cooks off when you cook the meat.
Well, so I don't know if anybody's actually technically allergic to orange juice. Like I can eat oranges, but
what are your symptoms?
I shit terribly.
Really?
It's like Dumb and Dumber when old buddies in Colorado condo.
We watched that this weekend.
Oh yeah, the old Turbo Lax.
Yeah, that's anytime I drink, and it's only happened one time in my life, and that's how terrible it was. That's why. I was like 12 or 13, and I'll never drink orange juice again. It's a true. That's how terrible.
So you tried it once, completely shit your brains out, and you've never tried it since?
Nope. I'm a man that stays committed to things.
I know.
If it makes my life miserable, I will commit to making it not be in my life. I will absolutely do that. And that shit must have done something to me whenever I was a teenager that I never expect before. And for me, I just turned it off. Nope, not doing it. Tequila, another one. See ya. Jail time. Fuck me. Get me out of here. Never drinking it again.
That one makes a little more sense.
Yeah, but the orange juice, literally, it made me shit. My mom calls me a pussy all the time about it. She was like, it was one time. You're not allergic to orange juice. I'm like,
you never know.
Ruined my life for a day, didn't it, Mom? You should know. You should know, Sal. There's a couple toilet misses in that situation. I mean, it was a bad situation in there.
It was instant?
It was like, I think it was like 30 minutes later. You know, like it worked through the kid, worked through the body, and then I just felt it take over. And who knows what I was eating with it? I mean, I could have been eating something.
That's where I was getting to. Was there something else?
I mean, these are logical thoughts. Like maybe it was not the orange juice. Those are logical first questions. But I just refused to.
Because maybe you were just sick, and it was the acidicness of the fucking orange juice made you throw up. I threw up orange juice when I was a kid, like when I was sick, and I just didn't want to.
I have the same issue with marshmallows.
Yeah.
What?
Marshmallows are the silent killer.
What?
Yeah, people say that.
Who says that?
People do.
I love a good s'more.
See, I like a s'more too, but I was roasting marshmallows one night, got super sick. While I was eating the marshmallows, puked all night. Now I can't eat marshmallows.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You got yourself some s'more ingredients on the left. Mm-hmm. You got yourself some hot dog over an open fire ingredients on the right. Which way you going?
I've already eaten a hot dog?
No. You got to choose one or the other.
The s'more and the hot dog are not the same situation.
No, I know. But
I mean, it's depending on the situation.
It's over the fire.
What is the sun up or is it dark?
It's dark.
Is there music on or no music
There's
on?
music on.
Are people sitting around said fire or is everybody standing?
Sitting.
S'more.
I love that all those factors went into play. Like, well, technically, if you did calculate all that, they're sitting in a circle at night.
If everybody's standing, you're on hot dog because it's the quicker, easier thing. You're going with hot dog. Just keep it moving. But if we're sitting,
a hot dog over a fire a lot. Like I'm not a big hot dog guy, but if I roast over a fire, then it's my shit.
That's why
a little burnt, like nice little burnt.
Oh yeah. You know. I love a good hot dog. They say the things in them are very bad for you. They say the things inside of those are not good.
You don't want to see how it's made.
I don't want to see how a lot of things are made. By the way, I saw a sausage factory do something.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Nah.
kind of weird. It was just like putting a condom on this big stick
Yeah.
of shit that was just coming out this
And then
big
we
thing.
eat it.
Yeah, bologna too. I saw that get made. Yeah, it's a fake meat. They serve it in prison, don't they, Sean?
Sure do, Pat.
Yeah.
On some deliciously fresh bread.
You were serving them to people. I was being served at one time.
But you know what, though? It was like I was in jail for all those years, too, because I was eating the same food and shit.
They don't talk about
During
that.
the day, I was just like, I would fucking have extra trays. I was just banging out the shit sandwiches.
You know, that's because a lot of people suffer from only being able
Yeah.
to eat what is right in front of them.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You're only able to eat what you have. It's
Yeah.
like a necessity and convenience situation.
It is.
But there is a company that was created who wanted to make the convenience of receiving incredible foods with incredible recipes and easy to cook things at affordable prices for every single person out there. Blue Apron.
Oh, yeah. Pfft. Everybody knows
Obviously.
that.
Everybody. They have ingredients for you to your door. How's it going? What? You don't have time to go shopping? We understand. Because at one point a lot of people have that issue. But now it's all cured with Blue Apron. Blue Apron delivers fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and step-by-step recipes right to your door that can be cooked in under 45 minutes, Sean.
Boom!
The menu changes every week based on what's in season and is designed by the Blue Apron's in-house culinary team. Numerous palates are coming together to make sure that your palate is satisfied.
That's smart.
No matter what your taste bud is, it has a place at the table when you're talking about the Blue Apron's culinary team.
I mean, and we're not talking average people. We're talking about a culinary expert squad.
Yep. People that know what's supposed to go with what, what's a good recipe, how can we make it simple and easy for people to do at home just so they can order online and it arrives at their doorstep. Blue Apron offers 12 new recipes each week, and customers can pick 2, 3, or 4 recipes based on what fits their schedule. High quality, Blue Apron sends only non-GMO ingredients and meat with no added hormones.
Nice.
Everything's going to taste good. Everything's going to be good. It's going to be awesome when you go to Blue Apron. Our menu will feature 2 Whole30 approved recipes each week, like seared steaks and warm lemon salsa verde with roasted broccoli and sweet potato, and chicken and kale orange salad with spicy tahini dressing.
Jesus.
Kickstart your new year with Blue Apron and Whole30. Now, Sean, you and I have both used Blue Apron
You know me.
because it is so convenient, so incredible, and it's something that $20 chef got me into the cooking thing. Like, you introduced to me that it is possible to cook. It's not that difficult. It's not like getting an architectural degree.
Yep.
It's not. If you just put in the work, anybody can do it. And then Blue Apron, they were like, boom, here's the ingredients for the recipes. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to have that moment in the grocery store where you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to get. Is this one ripe? Is this one fresh? I don't know. What are we supposed to do here?
Oh, now I'm standing in the serve yourself line. I don't know the code to punch in for the jalapenos. You know, I'm so happy we don't have to worry about that.
Remember, some of the best parts of your day with your family and with your friends happen over dinner.
Mine.
Make it an incredible meal. Blue Apron is treating my listeners to a $30 off your first order if you visit blueapron.com/Pat. Check out this week's menu and get your $30 off with free shipping at blueapron.com/Pat. Blue Apron, a better way to cook, an easier way to cook, and a much, much, much happier taste bud way to cook. We're going to have a great show today. Hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, I think you will. I mean, we talked to Smitty. Smitty just showed up at work today. Smitty's the guy that Chef Sean, the big homie Latham, is fighting in a month. We have a full conversation with him. Handsome Hank is
Hank
here.
had really good insight to pre-fight and during fights.
We had a great rough and rowdy conversation, and obviously the greatest conversation about the NFL weekend that happens right here at, I think, like 25 minutes in, probably. Yeah, we'll give it in the preview thing, and you're going to want to hear that. Thank you so much for rocking with us. This is the Pat McAfee Show. Hit the music.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. He was a high school All-American, a a college All-American. He was All-Pro in the NFL, but the thing that he's most proud of is during his show in Muncie, Indiana, he made a woman in the crowd laugh so hard she shit her pants. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat McAfee!
Hello. Thank you for joining us. At Sean Latham, right next to me. At Tactical Diggs. At Nick Moraldo. At Evan Foxy. At Ty Schmidt. Guys, this Spotify playlist that Nick put together, we were supposed to get right into the show from earlier, but I want to give a shout out to this playlist on Spotify that Nick created. What is it called?
It was renamed.
Okay.
To,
Rename alert.
Rename alert.
at sign
Okay.
Pat McAfee Show, just like your Twitter handle. At Pat McAfee Show Bangers.
By the way, capital P, capital M, capital A, capital S.
Correct.
Bangers with a Z.
Always with a Z.
You can't bang with an S. You bang with Z's, Pat.
Hard, crisp, not round and soft.
Exactly. Bang,
Yeah.
bang, bang. That's why if you were, that's what you would be, like a lightning bolt popping back and forth. A fucking Z. You're banging.
I feel like you're pretty passionate about the letter Z.
Yeah.
Underappreciated, the letter Z. Q, also another one. Very underappreciated.
Q can't do anything without you, and it's annoying.
See,
Yeah. That's the most codependent letter of
It's
everybody.
annoying.
that should be a shirt. That's like a child's. Q can't do anything without you, and it's annoying, isn't it? What a whole line he just had right there. X, one of my favorite letters.
H sucks. I was trying to go through. I think, is H the worst letter?
Lowercase
Q.
A.
Lowercase a is a tough one.
Fucking terrible.
No, I like Q. Like I like someone who's named Q.
You're right, because AQ is one of my really good friends.
R's not a great letter either.
What? I like R. What are you talking?
only-
R.
Yeah, if you were a pirate, yeah. It's
By the way, saw a pirate down in Key West.
a real one.
Possibly. Homeless for sure. So he probably lives on a boat. Key West, I want to move there.
Is this guy the smartest guy in that island, or is it just me?
There's one guy who is acting as if he was a pirate at the southernmost pier. So they have the southernmost tip of the Keys, like marketed so heavily.
Yeah.
There's like a picture point, and then there's the southernmost cafe. Then there's the Casa because something Spanish, southernmost house at that point. There's like the southernmost pier, and there was this pirate homeless guy just sitting right there on the edge of the pier. And I like just think about his conversation with his family. I'm gonna go south until they can't go south no more.
Maybe just wait for his pirate shit to come pick him up.
He's just waiting.
They left me. I don't know what happened.
Polar vortex.
Yeah.
No, that's the only voice I got.
Polar pirate.
Polar vortex just came in.
It's just a similar voice. It's not.
Key West.
I love it there.
It's a Caribbean island in America, which whenever you leave America, you got so much going on. You got like your passport is needed. You need to it's so much happens. But the Keys just got it. They did it. The Keys did it. A lot of Eastern Europe people down there. A lot of Serbian. I talked to a lot of Serbians this weekend about their lives.
Mm-hmm.
They just come down there to Key West and just work. I'm like, this is what you think America is, I think. Key West is like
That's the smartest. Again, just intelligence through the
smart
roof.
people, man. I assume in the summer it's real hot. Yeah. Right? Because it's the southernmost area. It's got to be
I
incredibly
think they get a
hot.
nice breeze there, though.
Oh, it was windy. It was chilly, guys. Got down to 55, 60.
I was there once in December. It was nice, real nice.
I've never been. I loved it.
I went there for a cruise once. It was nice.
Yeah.
I went there for a wedding.
Fucking cruise.
We were there for like literally 8 hours.
Yeah, did you go through the old town? They dropped the cruises off.
I went to 2 bars. That's all I did.
So the locals, because I was attempting to become a local,
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at Key West real estate less than 7 hours after we got there. I was like looking around, like, bro, this is a fucking island vacation in America, and it's not that far away. 2-hour flight from Indianapolis. I can get anywhere in the country. From here. This is incredible. I can get to Cuba. I can get to Cuba on a boat
Easily.
easily.
You could throw a football there.
Cafe con leche everywhere.
Let's go.
Everywhere.
Get the stogies ready.
I was looking for real estate. It's expensive. We got some new goals.
Not a
guys.
lot of land. There's not a lot of land there.
Not a lot of property, and I guess part of it got really damaged during the hurricane.
Yeah, it's a big hurricane area.
But Key West was completely cool, completely safe.
Did you go to Hemingway's house?
Oh yeah, a lot of cats down there. Got a lot of teddies down there too. Got the extra thumb. And my cat Teddy Garfield has an extra thumb. A lot of those down there at the Hemingway house.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's so they could play PlayStation, Pat.
The cocks run the whole fucking place. Joystick? Is that the joystick? The cocks run the whole thing. The chickens are just they are the top the top of the totem pole.
They have no natural predators there.
None. And they do whatever they want. You're not even allowed to touch them. They're just chilling right next to a fucking fried chicken thing. I'm like, bro, like, what are we doing here?
Savage.
That is your future.
They don't give a fuck.
And they don't give a, because you can't touch them. You can't, they're not even, somebody told us it's against the law to even like try to, I guess it's because Sam, my lady, loves it. She was trying to chase the chicken. Like she was attempting to chase the fucking chicken.
Oh, she's going to hang out with the chicken, like
Yeah,
pick the
what-
chicken up and pet him and
Are
stuff?
we going to take this home? Are we going to take this chicken home? Like, what are you doing? What are we doing here? And this chicken was agile as a motherfucker. I mean, the chicken was loose. It was running around that. But there's a lot of chickens down there. I love that. We got
What was the starting price on the average property?
well, you can get a place for like $1 million or $2 million. You can get a place. But obviously, whenever you see what else is for sale down there, with the potential of owning your own island, which is what we're all in this for.
Yes.
Yeah.
We only need a quick like fucking 15 million, boys. We
not
only
bad.
Not bad. Not bad.
2020.
Yeah. Also need to be able to live after. So you can't just get, and you got taxes in there. I mean, we got a little bit of a climb here, but boy, there's some real goals down there. That place was awesome. I really enjoyed Key West. As soon as we got there, I was lied to though. They said the first room we were going to be in was basically like our own private island. The restaurant was in our backyard, the patio. The rest people were just sitting right there. I'm like, well, you lied on the internet for sure, but I'm already on fucking air, land, and sea. I'm already on an island. There's nowhere I can go. I was like, I guess I'll look at another room. And then this other room was just perfect. I was like, I love this place. Got on a bicycle. I was riding bikes around.
How fun was that?
Loved it.
It's fucking great riding your bike on a beach.
Loved it. I loved riding my bike. And this is going to piss off Feidelberg, I feel like. But I understand. I understand why people like really enjoy it.
I think there's a big difference between riding your bike around Key West and riding your bike around Indianapolis.
No, yeah, that's
New
there's
York
not
City.
even close.
New York City.
That's
Okay.
not even close. Yeah, New York's a whole other animal. That's okay to do it there.
By the way, I thought me and Lance Armstrong were basically the same person there for a little bit. Whenever I was like biking, I'm like, oh, I can see how Lance could get into this.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm a cyclist now, but you're 100% right. The people that wear the tights and on the,
You were on a beach cruiser though, right?
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
By the way, another thing, I've attempted to get into cycling a few times because I've heard how great it is for your legs, which I was in a leg-driven career. I've heard it's great for your knees.
Better for the knees.
Great for
Great
me.
for the knees.
What they say.
I've always tried to get into it, and like a lot of people have been like so nice to me. They give me these bikes that are like a fucking math equation. You got to go like up one gear on the right, then down on the left, and this whole thing. I'm like, bro, how about my Huffy or fucking Mongoose from whenever I was a kid?
With the pegs on the back.
Pegs on the
Sweet
back,
pegs.
maybe two on the same side, so I can hop up
Yeah.
on a fucking rail real
Put
quick.
a baseball
You know what I mean?
card in the spokes.
Yeah, for sure. Not all these fucking rules. Like you got to be in gear two on the left and one on the right. I'm like, I ain't got enough time.
Spiky
Fucking
pedals that go-
gooseneck. Let me get a gooseneck on there.
I just don't. I loved back in the day those. So that's what the beach cruiser was like, though. There's no rules. Now, granted, I don't like the foot brake. I like the hand brake because I like to spin just like my lady said.
Yeah, you spin them.
Spinner backwards.
Spin them backwards.
Oh, yeah, you have
Now
to
here's
when you're cruising.
the key move though is the way to take advantage of the back brake.
Skid.
Yeah, so if you're coming down the strand, there's always the opening to walk in. The sand is all poured out onto the strand. Well, after you go down to the bars, you have about 5-6 beers, a couple shots. You get back on your fucking Schwinn.
How you doing?
You start banging down the fucking strand.
How you doing?
And then in those big ass patches of sand that have rolled out onto it, you back brake that shit, cut her hard,
Yep.
and you keep this wheel straight
Fuck
with
yeah,
your
you do.
back
Yeah.
leg holding back like this.
Yeah. And you skip with
And
your
you
left foot.
fucking
Yeah, you
just
drift, bro.
slide. You drift like
Yeah.
a motherfucker.
Wet grass is great to do that on.
All up snow as well. Snow is another thing.
You can do that with the handbrake, though.
Yeah, for sure. The handbrake is easier almost because you don't have to worry about the right foot placement.
Pile of wet leaves.
Oh.
Slippery as surface on earth.
Ah, he's talking about the slippy leaves, Donner. Hey, get the camera out. I'm gonna hit a little skid through the wet, slippy leaves.
The only problem with the back pedal or with the no back pedal is when you're spinning those around and you had the sharp
Oh, yeah.
pedals.
Right
a lot
to the
of
shin.
lot of shit. injuries there.
Wham!
I feel like I was just like a rite of passage, though. Like
Yeah.
every time you got slammed in the shin, it was like, ha, yeah.
It's like when you burn your leg on your Harley now.
Yeah, right on the inside of the calf.
Yeah, one time I caught on the outside because I was getting gas.
Sam got one on the outside too because she was like looking in the mirror real quick before we left because she thought like she got hit in the face with a bug. So she was like, let me check this out. And she just stepped down for the side mirror and she just put her leg right on the pipe. And then she was like, ah! And she like stood up. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's going to be there for that scar right there is going to be there for a while. Because you know why? I got one right here on the inside of my right calf. I think it's happened to everybody. It's got to.
My dad bought his Harley, brought it home the very first day I got on back and got one.
Yeah.
I think it's just you have to.
It's a rite of passage. Yeah. I mean, Harleys are the easiest bikes to ride. They take care of themselves. It's just the easiest bike to ride. But those pipes,
They're hot.
they'll fucking get you. I mean, there ain't no nothing there. You're in a bad spot. But I can never get into this cycling. And then beach cruiser, I felt good. I hit a skid though. Fort Zach Taylor, I think his name was. Oh, I don't know. So they have a naval base down there. Mm-hmm. So
Are you talking about the linebacker from the Dolphins?
I know. That's as soon as I said it, I was like, that can't be the guy's
Or is
name.
that Zach
Zach Thomas.
I know. God damn it.
Oh, so maybe it is Zach Taylor then. It's Fort Zach Taylor.
Fuck.
Is that something, Nick?
Zach Taylor was the 12th president of the United
Yep,
States.
him. So there's a Fort Zach Taylor
What?
down there.
Zach Morris was the fourth president of Bayside High
This
School.
guy, the fucking least known president of all time.
AC Slater was right there.
May
for-
very well be.
Is
Who
that-
the fuck? No one knows that guy was a president.
I do.
Now you do.
Yeah. And he got into a battle with Chief Osega in the Seminole War. So there was 2 Seminole Wars down there where that was used as a base. And it was like you just walked around and it was just it was a naval base down there. And it was old school. They had these cannons that they used, all this. I learned a lot, but they had some gravel roads that had trails on them. I hit a skid for probably a good 13, 14 yards. Sam was not impressed.
Oh, that's great.
I was right behind her, right? So I was riding behind her because we had little baskets and things would pop out, so I had to collect. Chivalry is not dead,
No, it's
Sean.
not.
It's not.
No, 100% it's not.
But she's just rolling, and I had dropped back a little bit. And all of a sudden, I started to heat. I started hitting heat because it was a straightaway in this trail. I'm like, we found it. There's no way I'm going to get off this bike without hitting a sick skid, bro. So I hit this skid. I assume all Sam hears behind her is just like me just flying
Gravel going everywhere.
and then I stick the landing, which I was very excited about because I skipped the foot along a little bit because it's been a little, it's been a while since I've done it, and I stick the landing and I'm like peacocking at that moment, right? I feel pretty good. And Sam just stops her bike and turns around and goes, what the fuck just happened? I was like, look at the skid mark. Look at the skid mark.
Clean ass skid.
Yeah. She laughed for sure, but she didn't because I thought at one moment I was going to crash
Not
pretty
enough
hard.
respect.
Yeah. Like in my head, I was like, I just did like
probably-
Shaun White type shit.
She's probably never done a skid.
No, she has. She did one directly afterwards, but it wasn't it was a quick one. It was just like a hockey stop, like a quick,
okay.
you know what I mean? I hit a fucking Apollo Antonono. What was that, dude?
I was reading about Zach Taylor here. I got really interested. He died. He was less than a year in office, and he died from copious amounts of raw fruit and iced milk at a fundraiser.
Wow.
He got sick.
Really?
And then people thought that it was an assassination attempt.
A poison attempt.
Pro-slavery Southerners tried to poison him.
Not enough poisons happen. I feel like
Need more poisonings.
I feel like that used to be an awesome way for people to kill people, and I don't hear about it anymore.
Because back in the day, there wasn't enough medicine.
yeah,
Yeah, so you're saying like poisons could
But
do more.
and also on the corners though, there was a lot more people that did potions and stuff.
yeah, there was.
You know
There's not
what?
enough potion stores.
Those old school medicine techniques, I'm a big fan of. Who knows if they work? Steve Jobs probably still alive if he chooses to use modern technology of medicine, but he chose
But maybe there's something to this orange juice thing, man. This guy got sick and died from eating raw fruit and iced milk.
Thank you very
Never know.
much. I'm telling you, I'm not always right,
He's
but
bobbing and weaving death.
look at me.
Why's he drinking iced milk?
His fucking head on his
Back in the day, bro, he lived in the Keys. It's like
hot.
400 degrees.
Yeah, you just can't drink milk then.
Well, they still got tits on cows back then, though. They got to use what they got, bro.
I don't think there's any cows down in the Keys.
You never drank iced milk? Get that milk nice and cold?
How did they get milk to the Keys back in the day?
Goats.
Boat?
Probably goats. There's definitely goats there.
One if by land, two if by sea.
Yeah.
1%, 2%, probably. That's probably how they got into the Keys.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. That's a Diggs fact if I ever in my life. Yeah, Zach Taylor was interesting. He got into a fight with Chief, I think it's Alsega,
Assalamu alaikum.
Osceola. Look up Chief.
Oh, I do know
It's
that.
Asiago.
No, it's not
That's
that.
where they got the chicken. He's the guy.
The cheese.
There's an Osceola, Florida, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yes,
Another
Chief
guy,
Osceola.
And he's the one who throws the spear at the 50-yard line in the Florida State games.
Oh my God, he's so fucking stupid.
That's a fact, actually.
What you just said?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know the name, but there's definitely a chief.
That was the
does-
whole thing we were talking about. Everybody knows it. What are you talking about?
Well, I didn't want to just lie to you.
Didn't you?
No.
That wouldn't be a Diggs thing, would it, Sean?
100% honest at all times.
All times. True facts everywhere. What was that Chief's name?
Can't find it.
Asiago.
Digging
He's the
deep
one who
here.
brought chickens over. That's why they call it Asiago chicken at fast food
Second
restaurant.
Seminole War,
Yep.
Black Hawk War.
Second Seminole.
You got to watch out for that Seminole wind.
Hold on. Let me, Chief Osceola.
Yeah, I do it. Chief Osceola is the dude who throws it at the 50-yard
No,
line.
Chief Osceola was Billy Powell. Okay, Pow, pow, pow. He was Creek, Indian, Scottish, Black, and English.
Look at my phone right now. That's also the Florida State Seminoles chief that throws it at the 50-yard line.
Well, he was named after Billy Powell, who was second Seminole War.
had a fact right. Oh, shit. Look at that Sigma.
Is that a Sigma?
Yeah.
I don't think I know what those are. I'm gonna be
You guys
honest.
remember these bikes Sigma?
No.
Definitely.
No,
West Coast
these
thing,
motherfuckers
maybe?
don't know.
Definitely
This was a global.
That's
thing.
like a low rider West Coast thing.
This thing was so dope though. Came out the laid back seat.
Low rider.
I used to hate riding other kids' bikes if they had a fucking laid back seat. Like, get a laid back seat, man.
I think that's a West Coast
How
thing.
long do you think the name Zach's been around? I thought that was like a recent name.
Is it with a CH? Definitely CH.
That's a
right?
very early name because it's only one syllable. That's what they all. That's what all
Earl?
names.
Zachary.
Earl. Old name.
If you would have told me there was a president named Zachary, I would have never believed you.
Gertrude's out. Gertrude's off the table.
Told you this is the least known president of all time.
Zachary is.
That's like a '90s name. to
Seems
me.
like a modern name. Zachary.
Zach Morris.
Is there a Zachary in the Bible?
No, that's
Zachary
Ezekiel.
9:15
What's it say? What at 9 a.m. or p.m.?
p.m.
Zachary 9:15 p.m.
Thou shalt take your laundry down to the bottom of the fucking apartment building.
and hope it doesn't get stolen.
Yeah, and also hope your credit card information don't get jacked because they don't take quarters. Thou shalt keep a good eye peeled so thou's garments are not stolen by the devil's people.
Sean gets his shit jacked from the laundromat of his own apartment so often it's ridiculous. I'm scared for the building you live in. I'm scared that you just get jacked every time you do laundry.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a GoPro on the back stairwell.
Nice. This is
I'm going
like
to catch this kid slipping one day.
You think it's the same guy?
You're gonna
Maybe-
get your fucking GoPro stolen. What's gonna happen?
Speaking of poison, you know that stuff that those two chicks used to kill Kim Jong's brother or sister or whatever? You
Oh,
just
yeah.
touch it and you die?
So-
Maybe just sprinkle that on your clothes, and if anybody does it,
What is
they
it?
die.
Cyanide?
Is that what they use? Cyanide? That's the famous one. That's like a fake pill. When you're a spy, you pop it and then you die. You don't give any
Oh,
information.
I love
You
when
just-
that happens.
Your mouth foams and then you're dead.
When they kill themselves?
That's
I
what he
was
said.
I was thinking it was the pill that makes you look like you're dead, but you're not. You wake up like 4 hours later and you're not dead.
That's a real thing?
It just slows your heart rate down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a blowfish. It comes from blowfish.
Nah, that's Ninja Focus.
What?
It's Ninja Focus.
No, there's a poison that comes from blowfishes that slows your heart down so much they think you're dead, but you're not.
Really?
Yeah,
So if somebody's quick on the trigger trying to get your pulse, they're going to say you're dead?
for sure.
So, but if they stick around for long enough, they'll find it?
Yeah.
You just got to hope you get an inpatient doctor. ADD.
He's flatlined.
It's over.
Let's get out of here, Ronald.
And you got to make sure they don't like incinerate you in that.
Then you wake up in the
He's
morgue.
alive! He's
you wake
alive!
up in the morgue like
Yep.
that story, that Spanish prisoner. Yep, we talked about it.
Yeah, if I'm in jail, by the way, I'm faking my death to get out of there. For sure.
You gotta go. You gotta
Need
go
a
in the
blowfish.
I'm gonna get out the
Or Ninja
laundry.
Focus.
I'm gonna go right to the laundry basket, get wheeled out to the fucking dry cleaner truck. That's how I'm getting out of jail. And then I'm gonna fucking halfway through the trip.
So you've worked at a jail. This is something that's possible?
100% no. But you know what? Actually, though, two dudes did escape the jail I worked at.
How
like
did they get
5
out?
years. I don't remember how it happened. It's always something dumb like they walked right out.
How long did you work there?
2 years.
Oh, okay. Because I saw a video they were talking on Barstool Radio, like, yo, when they were talking about the fight. Like Sean's worked in a jail like that.
That is true, though. I mean, there is some sort of balls that takes. I
I
think.
thought when you first told us the story, I thought it was much shorter. But yeah,
No,
2
I
years is a
got
long
in
time.
fights while I was in there. There's fucking like wrestling matches that go down where you got a fucking handcuffed
Yeah,
maniacs.
but you let 2 guys escape too. So
That was before I worked there. You fuck. I would have stopped it personally.
Fuck you.
Yeah, there was some construction going on. Somehow some shit happened. The door got opened. And
Some dude in Indiana got away from a work crew. I love them, by the way. Whenever I see them on the side of the highway, I always give a nice beep. I always give a nice wave. I wish I could stop and talk.
I keep bolt cutters on me just in case I'm ever like when they come running across with another dude chained to him.
You're gonna help him
I'll
out.
be like, yo, come here. Pop. I can just help him out real quick. Give him a good fucking chance here. Give him a good running start.
You want to be the getaway driver.
No, I just want to I just want to be like a blessing along the way.
By the way, that commercial, weird. Why would he ever sit in the middle seat of the back seat?
I thought that too.
Made no sense to me. Why'd he do that? That commercial is a good concept. You know,
Yeah.
accidentally getting into a getaway car.
Maybe you like lean over into the middle for the conversation
Nope.
just to like so they can hear you better, and then you slide over. But
Yeah,
no.
looked staged.
Yeah.
Looked fake.
I always sit right behind the driver because I feel it makes them not talk to me as easy. Like,
I sit on the passenger seat because you get more leg space, and I'm excited to hear where this driver's life story.
See, I don't want to talk at all.
Oh, yeah, I'm good on that.
Really?
Sometimes I'm cool with it.
I don't
but
want to talk at all.
I'm all in. Tell me.
I just want to look at
everything.
my phone and then. I mean, honestly, it should be a requirement to have a fucking cable for Android and a cable for iPhone in your car. It should
Into
be-
the car, straight into the speakers. Let me Bluetooth connect.
Let me fucking pass the aux. No, but if you don't have a charger cable for one fucking, you need a charger cable, dude. If you
Oh.
drive Uber, please, guys, have some respect.
I think that's an Uber rule, isn't it? Don't they have to have
No.
a charger?
No.
It's the difference between a 3-star and a 5-star rating.
Easily.
Easily. I've never been in one. Granted, I only get SUVs. I only get the SUV one because I feel like it's a professional driver.
But I was getting the back behind the passenger.
it's not.
I know. I've learned that. There was a baby in one, and I go,
Yesterday, I got picked up by a team. It was a fucking.
you,
I was like, oh, shit,
You and
yeah.
little Billy going to school together.
No, some dude,
I
some
hate
lady
the team.
was driving, and there was a dude there.
Oh,
going,
they
oh, look
said
at you
a
guys!
team.
It's
I thought
fucking-
you said a teenager too. Like I thought,
No,
like
the
fucking
fucking
no,
husband
team.
sits in the front seat.
really like a little tag team.
we got in the fucking Uber. I was like, oh, look at this team. You guys are teaming up today, huh?
Now, what if you want to give one person a 1-star and the other person a 5? Do you just go in the middle there? Is that what you do?
Yeah.
What I want to know, do you think that this has to happen, right? Like jealous. There has to be like a woman out there and her boyfriend's jealous. So he goes along for the fucking
Yeah,
rides.
he
Like he
doesn't
thinks
trust-
that she's going to fuck somebody on the route.
Or the other way too, I assume. I think, oh no, you always see female driver,
Yeah,
right?
dude passenger.
Dude passenger. For me,
Yeah.
it was female driver, baby in the back seat. So,
Well, she's just out getting her grind on.
yeah, I respect. I mean, I talked to the baby.
Wham, wham.
I talked to her.
Wham, make a left. Wham.
She was like saying something to it at one point. It was kind of funny. Like I was like they were having like a mom baby moment, and I was like, I'm just gonna be quiet here so they can have this moment together. And then I popped into the conversation afterwards, like, oh, it's such a good baby listening to you there. It was like I was watching a reality TV show. almost.
Nice.
Yeah, I felt pretty good. I thought
Felt
the
pretty
baby
good.
I thought the baby ought to say fuck on my way out. Dad of the year.
Yeah, anytime anyone yells at me for swearing in front, they're gonna learn sometime.
Dude, Sean almost got fought.
What?
Sean almost got fought in New York City. Do you remember that? The mom, whenever the baby came into the cafe.
yeah.
Sean almost got fought. Like we were talking in the back corner of a cafe, back corner away from everybody. There was nobody else in there. Sean had been to this diner 3 straight mornings. They knew the guy. They were from the same. You guys
Yeah,
are
one. He's from fucking
the same.
Guerrero.
Yeah, you guys were from the same Mexican. Your heritage was from the same Mexican, and he worked there all 3 mornings. So we knew this guy knew Sean. This guy knew us. We were in the back corner. He gave us our own section,
Same table every time.
same table every
Love that
time,
move.
all by ourselves in New York City. It felt like it felt nice. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, there's room.
It's like
you there-
Seinfeld.
Were you there long enough to order the usual to get your usual?
He knew what we wanted though. He knew what I wanted day 2 because he asked me about a change that I made the previous day.
Somehow the hot tea or something.
Yes, exactly. So he made the change. But we're back there all by ourselves, and then these 2 ladies walk in with a baby.
Yeah.
A baby. Probably.
This motherfucker hasn't even opened his eyes yet.
Yeah, the kid doesn't even know he's alive yet. The kid has no. I mean, granted, he probably cries. I get it to the mothers who are about to tell me it's alive, whatever. It's she, him, whatever the fuck it was. And we're just talking shit. We didn't even see these people walk in. And Sean's like, "Why that motherfucker?" Like, he said that right. And I like turned and just noticed these two people come in, and this woman almost dropped her baby and was just like giving him this death stare. And I like look back at Sean. I'm like, you just pissed off that lady heavily. And he said like, oh shit, where? Like said it like another swear word, right? Said, oh, and I looked back at the lady and it looked as if there was like steam coming out of her. And we both went like, so sorry, we didn't know that was happening. Nothing was said back to us.
Yeah.
Nothing was said back to us. Ignore us. And then we get up to leave. It's a full grill. Like just stare down from head to toe as we walk out, as if they were like a teacher or a principal or something like that. And Sean was like, "I'll go tell that fucking lady her baby don't know shit." He started dying. I was like, "Let's just get out of here, man." But it's weird that I get yelled at for swearing in front of your kid. Like, I feel like people swore in front of me whenever I was a child. You just got to know who.
I don't understand the problem with it.
Word, light, table, chair. Fuck.
Yeah.
Sofa. I don't understand. Words.
Congratulations. Now your kid's going to be fucking cool at school.
By the way,
swore first.
Sam Roswell or whatever his name is said fuck on Saturday Night Live. I watched it. And I was like, oh my God, you guys are going to ruin the next generation. That's how you treat people who swear.
You're banned forever.
Oh my God. I hate it.
You're no longer allowed on this television show.
That's why the internet will win forever and ever. Yep. Amen. Had a lady tell me to clean up my mouth during a tweet. I didn't even respond. Because I said, watching those reaction videos is fucking beautiful or something.
Yeah.
She's like, clean up your mouth. I looked on it. It was like 65.
How about you get fucking lost, lady?
65-year-old lady.
Scram, lady.
Beat it, geek.
Yo, but you got to give her credit though for fucking
she just
out here at 65 dropping Twitter fucking beef. Trying to clean up Twitter.
Take your filthy mouth elsewhere. Not on my watch, she said. She had 4 followers though.
Not on my timeline.
She followed 104
McAfee.
people. And she had like 4 or 5 followers. Oh, I was called McAfee all weekend, by the way. Reservation. Mr. McAfee? I forget it. It is my name.
Good alias.
It's not one. Absolutely. Good place to disappear, by the way, Key West.
Yeah.
I was wondering how many people were just
criminals.
Yep. All over the place. You're just out there on an island. You're literally just on an island.
Good place for it.
I think that you have to go to though if you're like on the run like that. You have to go to Thailand or some shit or Cambodia,
Philippines or something.
Yeah, that's where you got to go lay up. Like
I was gonna say Mexico, but yeah, I guess.
How about that Yakuza guy getting caught?
That was wild.
He gave no fucks. He just rocked that tattoo wherever the fuck he wanted. He didn't even know media existed.
So some guy went viral because he has a giant tattoo on his back.
No,
He's
he's
a
checkers.
huge tattoo on his. He's playing checkers in a park. And where was it? New York?
Oh yeah, I saw
No, this was in
over there. It was in
it was
China.
over there. Okay,
yeah, it was
yeah.
in China or something.
No, I almost want to say it was either in Vietnam. He was in the Philippines.
Okay, yeah, but he was hiding out from the Yakuza.
Yeah, because for over 15 years he was a fucking crime boss in Japan.
Awesome.
Big time. I think he
Yeah.
was a big time crime boss, and he was just shirtless playing checkers in like this old folks home almost.
Yeah, I saw it.
And it goes viral, and all of a sudden he's in jail the next day. It's like pff, zero. So you sleep one time, you get caught slipping, Sean. One time, 15-year run. It don't matter. You're playing checkers in your own house.
Stay on your toes.
Stay on your toes.
Keep the head on a swivel, man. Don't get comfortable.
Anybody could get it.
Hey, you're gonna get got.
But
I'm gonna get mine. But I'm gonna get mine more like it got though. I'll get there. I'll get there when I get there, guys.
What did Polar Vortex say last week? I'll be where I'm being when I'm being there. Is that?
I think that's what he said. I think he said he'll
It's
be
one of
where
my
he's being.
favorite quotes I've ever heard in my life. Like, where are you going next, Polar Vortex? I'll be where I be whenever I'm being there, or something like that. It was an incredible run. Polar Vortex is an asshole, by the way.
Yeah.
My flight got delayed landing like 20, 30 minutes because of the fucking Polar Vortex. Almost missed a very important meeting, but we FaceTimed into it so I could yell at people. But it was an awesome situation. Polar Vortex just came back from death almost. We thought he was soft, didn't we, Diggs?
Yeah.
Ty, is there any way you can get Polar Vortex on the phone?
Yeah, hold on. Oh, here he is.
Well, I heard him.
It's you motherfuckers again.
I thought I heard you on the way in there, Mr. Vortex. Apparently, you were not happy with us questioning Diggs. I believe we questioned his integrity, his wherewithal, his everything.
This changes nothing.
And you have come back with Event? I don't. I just landed today. Have you been like this for a long time? The snow? What are you doing?
Well, I like that. I just said, I'll fucking make this shit freeze up, make them fly around in a circle for a little while. Fucking dummy.
That's what my plane did, by the way. Yeah, we just had to fly in circles because the runway wasn't cleared yet.
I can tell you what happened.
What?
Yeah, tell us what happened, Diggs. I'd love to hear your opinion again.
Mother Nature and Old Man Winter heard what I was onto, knew that I was cracking the code. They send Mr. Vortex back to try to kill me. You can't kill me.
What is your belief, by the way? You believe that Polar Vortex is he's not in charge of anything. He's just a puppet.
Yeah, he doesn't make his own decisions.
I love that you think some dude named Old Man Winter tells the fucking Polar Vortex what to do. You're a goddamn joke, Diggs.
Do you think Old Man Winter is not strong enough to control you, Polar Vortex? Have you ever met Old Man Winter?
He's basically a mall Santa. That's what he is. Okay, he's a fucking mall Santa. And I got the real Santa paying me rent.
Do you hate Santa, right?
Yeah, Santa's a piece of shit, Pat.
Why is that?
Because he's fucking running a sweatshop up there. It's just hard to sweat because it's cold as balls.
So you're up there, you've been up in the North Pole for much longer than Santa Claus.
Yeah, way longer. That's why I let him move into the building.
And it was just him and his dogs at first, and then what happened? Did some change happen? Or?
Now these fucking little guys start running around with these pointy shoes on, starts making toys. And then he never pays rent on time. I mean, he's a fucking piece of shit.
Santa Claus, that is.
Yeah, Santa Claus.
Do you look past it because he brings so much joy to children all over the world, or you just love misery, I believe?
I don't know. I think it's that red suit. Something about that suit. You're just like, I gotta let this fucking guy do this. I don't know what's going on with the suit, but the little guys with the feet with the curly toes.
Have you ever met Mrs. Claus?
There's about 9 of them, Pat. There's 9 Mrs. Claus. That's what the people don't get. Yeah, they're coming in. They're seasonal.
All right, how long are you going to leave soon, man? Everybody hates you. Literally everybody hates you. You make everything worse. Driving worse, breathing worse, life is worse, landing a plane is worse. I mean, you just make everything worse. The internet gets worse when you're around. Everything. Do you ever think about maybe just making things better? You ever think about that? Do you ever make things better? Is there ever a good time for you?
Again, you think that I think this is bad? I think I'm fucking killing. Again, this is what I do. I wreck shit. I laugh at your misery. And then you know what? If you want to taunt me, I'll let it get up to 58 last Wednesday. Then I'm going to come back in with 3 strong inches of go fuck yourself.
Diggs said you probably had a small dick, didn't you? 3 inches. Did you hear what he just said?
I heard what he said.
Wow, I think you just helped Diggs' case there.
3 inches of snow, Pat. Snow. Okay?
Okay.
Not 3 inches of dick. Goddamn metaphor.
Do you ever, has Polar Vortex ever been in love?
Pat, this is what we're fucking talking about. I'm a goddamn storm. That's what I do. That's what we talk about. The damage I do. Don't worry about who I'm having sex with.
All right, Mr. Vortex. I think we all wish you would never show up again. All right, so I hope you're having a good time wherever you're at right now. And we think it's about time that you quit. Diggs, you love a good quitter, don't you, Diggs?
Yeah, he needs to quit.
Mm-hmm. You need to knock it off, everybody says, Mr. Vortex.
All right, we'll see what we can do. I'm not making any promises. I'm going to do what I'm going to do when I'm doing it.
Are you there it is. Are you going to make an appearance at the Super Bowl in Minnesota, or?
If you're going to be there, maybe I will, Pat.
I hope not. Jesus Christ, don't put that on me. It's not my fault, Minnesotans. Live your great life. Mr. Vortex, have a good one, okay?
All right, see you guys later, man. Fuck you, Diggs.
See you, man.
He's always so angry. I mean, you got to be, I guess, if you're going to be cold. He's just a cold-hearted motherfucker, man.
Cold world, dude.
I saw someone sent a video. I have it. It's called a hurricane shot. It's before you take the shot. They throw water in your face.
Oh, yeah,
and
they slap you.
And then you take the shot.
Oh, yikes. Diggs laughed as if, then they slap you. Yeah, we did that for Hambone's birthday.
I saw the video.
Dude, we used to do this. It was very far and few between, but it was a shot this guy that I worked with had where it was a really asshole shot. You put blue liqueur in fucking blue curacao in a shot glass. It was called a tidal wave. And then as soon as they hit the shot, right, that's when you take the glass of water and throw it in their face. So then all the shot and the water just blew fucking all over your face.
White shirt, something like that.
Yeah, so you just hold the glass of water right here, and they take the shot. Wham! Fucking water to the face, and it's just the tidal
What's
wave.
it called?
The tidal wave shot.
Respect, kids at home. You should try that out with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here's the conversation from earlier.
Would they make you take it before the game or after?
As soon as I get there, I'd have to take it. I'd have to take steroid test. I'd have to take street drug test.
Yeah. How about you guys just keep a street drug test yourself? Go piss it in yourself and say it's mine.
Has to be a way to beat it.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, you can't beat it. You can't because they test for the shit that the masking stuff. Yeah, the masking
agents.
So I would have my first official fail in the substance of abuse test the day I got back.
I think you got to do it just to get that fail, just to have that on your record.
Also hilarious.
Imagine us just having a bus outside
Just
the Saints complex doing our show from
Just
there.
imagine the headline: Saints bring in Pat McAfee, but he fails drug test immediately.
I would be able to punt. I would be able to punt for sure. I would fail test. I would go into the substance of abuse program, which means I would get tested 8 times a month again, and I would have to meet with a substance abuse counselor for the next 3 weeks. But I'd still be on the field. I wouldn't. There's no suspension or anything.
No.
No.
Oh, then you're good.
You don't get suspended until like your 3rd or 4th fail.
Oh, that's
I don't even. I'll be out of the league. I'll be retired again before you even get. And it's after your piss has gone from dirty to clean. So like, the second fail wouldn't be like the next day. They would test me until I'm clean, and then that would be my next fail. So I would be
After the Super Bowl, that's
After
right.
I wouldn't be clean until after the Super Bowl. So I'd be good. I'd be good. Just one quick little run. Then I thought about like, imagine if it's like 4th quarter next week. I'm on the fucking Keys this week, and then next week we're on like the 2-yard line, 4th quarter, up 1, like 4th quarter with like a minute and a half left against the fucking Eagles. And I gotta punt it. I'm like, bro, I don't know if I'm mentally ready to go. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know.
No, you'd be hit with a projectile well before you get out there.
Brian Brahman is the fucking projectile. That guy and I have met a few times.
You know, his grandfather was like a 7-foot Paul Bunyan.
It makes a lot of sense.
Like a legend.
Brahman's head is a horse's head. It is the biggest head in history. Because I got a chance. He blocked my punt, almost broke my fucking knee. And then I go talk to him after the game, like show some respect. I'm like, hey, man, just like maybe next time don't do that to me, you know. And then he proceeded to do it again. And I talked to him, though, and his head is the size of like a horse's head. And he's got this big, long ponytail. I'm like, fuck.
He's straight out of Greek mythology.
He's cut like a fucking Greek god, too. He's a cool guy. But he just blocks punts all the times because they line him up right over the long snapper, like right off the long snapper shoulder pad. So like anytime you see that, it's just like, well, there's no way Matt Overton's going to block that fucking. He's going to snap the ball to me and block that fucking. There's no. Well, here we go. Here's another ACL gone. It's interesting.
How about the Saints? Weren't they using like a 3rd-string quarterback?
Yeah.
On the pump block?
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. They do with Carolina Panthers did that with.
Joe Webb.
He's at the
Joe
Bills
Webb,
now. Yeah, he was like a special teams monster. That any athlete you have that can run is a guy who would be great at special teams. That's why the 40 times and shit like that don't matter for actual football, but that's where you can find your diamonds in the rough for special teams. Like, oh, that's an explosive, fast motherfucker right there. That's a guy that we can get. That's a guy we can use.
Hayward Bay. Look at him.
DHB.
Let's not talk about that.
4-2, cuz. Hey, you got 40 seconds of football goodness, Diggs?
Yeah, I don't know if it's good, but I got it.
Biggest weekend in maybe the history of the NFL. That's a lie. Just a blatant lie. But why? Now, granted, the Patriots did exactly what we thought the Patriots were going to do. Yeah. I went 4-0 gambling this weekend. Thank you very much. Feel very good about it. Shout out Stu Feiner. Sent me a text, said, put your mortgage on the Vikings. And then he did it. And then at the end, it was looking a little sketchy there for a little bit. I bought a 0.5 point too. By the way, it was at 5. I bought a 0.5 point to 4.5. I feel like a real genius. And then all of a sudden it ends. And then I look on Twitter, the world's upside down, and Stu Feiner feels like he's a genius. You know what I mean? Stu Feiner's laughing into the camera as if he knew it was going to happen the whole time, like he never sweated once. He told me to put $250,000 on it if I could. I was like, Stu, I don't have that type of ability just to throw around $250,000 anymore. I mean, I did that for Connor Daly to get in the Indy 500. Crashed on lap 4. Get off my dick. But what an awesome weekend. All right, Diggs, we'll give you 40 seconds.
Okay.
Sean, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Pat.
So this is kind of an interesting situation. I've never been a part of something like this. In about 1 month and 1 day in Morgantown, West Virginia, the Vassacre, where everybody from coast to coast, flat earth right,
To flat earth left.
and all the towns in between will be dialing in on the internet for a pay-per-view event of amateur fighting where normally it's just prisoners that are not in jail at the time, currently out fighting each other in a ring in West Virginia. A lot of jail tats, a lot of incredible human cockfighting happening where nobody has a clue what's going on. And then the main event at R&R 1, Handsome Hank knocked down Tex 3 times. Was it three times, Hank? 4.
He knocked himself down.
I don't know how that dude walks around on a day-to-day basis. His balance never looked good at any point in that fight. Handsome Hank won R&R 1 over Tex. In an R&R 2, the big homie, Chef Sean Latham, will be fighting against a guy who's in the room currently, who has to blog for me for a week because in a game time battle, we put a little bit something on the line. What was I going to give you if you won?
You were going to take us all out in New York City, the entire Barstool office.
Absolutely.
This game is protested, or this bet is protested to the Holy Alliance of Video Game Association.
I don't know what that means, but I do know that that was at Smitty Barstool, by the way, who just spoke, who's an absolute gentleman who is keeping up with what he owes me. There was a game time event where we were playing Call of Duty World War II, our office versus the New York office. Little did Smitty know that we had a new employee for the day.
Specifically stated beforehand that it would be 4 Barstool Heartland employees against 4 Barstool headquarters employees out in New York. And we did the civilized thing. We had 4 of our underdogs come up. We trained all day. We tried our best. And you just fucking hire some jabroni off the streets.
Well, I don't know if he's a jabroni.
No, he's a jabroni. He's a professional video game player.
Bryce
That's Dr. Jabroni.
Faxento came in hot. He was I hired him. He was a part of some content. He created a game time video for Barstool. He's a Barstool.
What's he doing now for Barstool?
He's currently in the middle of his season.
He's training.
He's training. Anyways, I brought in a professional Call of Duty player who killed the entire New York office with a shovel numerous times. Didn't even use a gun. So now Smitty has to blog for me for a week, which leads into this. In 1 month from today, because today is Tuesday, January 16th, in 1 month, Chef Sean, the big homie Latham, will be battling against Smitty Barstool in Morgantown, West Virginia, in a fight of all ages. And they're both in the same room right now being gentlemen, because that's what you guys are. This is just, this is a gentleman's thing.
This is business, Pat. This is all business.
For both sides.
No, this is a money grab right here.
It's not personal, but it's more than business, if that makes sense.
Smitty's fighting himself.
Pretty much.
This is a big thing for, now listen, Smitty has walked into this office and he is 0 for 6 in every competitive thing that we've done in the last 25 minutes.
2. 0 and 2.
Completely defeated, but that's going to change throughout the week. I think Smitty's going to end up on some wins, but on February 16th, something big's about to go down. I'm excited. I think Dave and I are going to put a bet on it. I'm going to buy something for the New York office if Smitty wins, and Dave will buy something awesome for this office if Sean wins. This is going to be a big time thing, and we're excited to have you and handsome ass undefeated amateur boxer Hank in the building. What's up, Hank?
It's funny that we're sitting like this because I think me and Nick are sliding over this side.
I know you guys are both on.
Let's go.
When they stand next to each other, there's a real difference. There's a real difference.
In what?
Smitty looks like he's in much better shape.
Oh, Sean. So there's a lot of doubters. Sean has a lot of doubters in the office.
That's good.
There's a lot of people that want him to get humbled.
That's a good way to put it. That's how I feel about it.
Nick wants Sean to get humbled because too much has been going right for Sean.
And it's not like I'm cocky, because I am not cocky. I'm just things are going well. What are you guys fucking talking about?
That's the funniest joke.
Because I'm hilarious? Because I think I'm fucking hilarious?
No, you're the cockiest dude I know.
You're out of your
Hands
mind.
down.
Hands down. Everyone knows it.
You told a dude on Twitter you were going to come to his house and slap him and his mother in his face. That's not a humble comment
Give a fuck. These a couple of trolls. I need to get a fucking mouthful.
of dick.
But I got to start off with some tweets. Why? So just because I'm fucking know what my strengths and weaknesses are?
Listen, Sean, don't worry about them. You're going to have haters forever. Listen.
What are your weaknesses?
Oh, wow.
A lot. I'm very unorganized.
And?
I don't have very much discipline.
That's going to show itself in the ring.
Oh.
Yeah,
Also,
it will, definitely will. Like you know, how many in shape dudes get fucking knocked out on a regular basis. Get on the internet. Go look at any fight. Half the out of shape dudes are always taking fucking W's.
there's only one weakness in Sean that is visible.
He cares too much.
Works too hard. Cares too much. And his right eye is just a lazy motherfucker. If that guy could get a little bit of a work ethic, I think February 16th would be a lock, but who knows? Smitty, have you done any fighting before, like boxing or MMA, anything?
No. We've had a couple skirmishes growing up back in the old college days, and thereafter.
At the bar, everybody
but
has one of
nothing,
those.
Yeah, nothing ever one-on-one, mano-a-mano, or professional.
I watched you attempt to hit a boxer in the face.
Yeah, that happened. Keyword attempt.
That guy had a fast head. I feel like his head was very fast.
Yeah, Travis from Fight Smart. He got out of jail and then did like a viral video a week later of people trying to hit him on the street in the face, and he was ducking and diving and everything. And the next week, he was a local boy from Westchester, Pennsylvania. So I seeked him out, and we, most fights happen in a barroom setting. Throw a couple 1, 2, 10 back, and that's exactly what we did. And I tried to punch him in the face, and did not go so hot.
So, Smitty, you've been in Barstow for a long time.
2011.
Okay, so you're 7. Well, I don't know what time of the year you joined in 2011.
Yeah, it's almost 7 years.
So almost 7 years, and you are known by everybody in the Stooley Nation, right?
I would hope so. I can't speak for
how many. If you had to guess how many blogs we talked to Dave. Do you remember that conversation we had with Dave? He said what 100,000 blogs or something. He said
I don't know about 100.
He was putting one out every half hour. Hank, is that not true? He was putting out one every fucking half hour there for a while.
On purpose, it's like 50% true.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's put out 50,000 blogs. I don't remember his exact quote. I might be misquoting him, but he seemed as if he was telling a genuine truth whenever he told us that. The amount of blogs at the barstowsports.com website in the history, the little brick by brick mantra that you've been a part of for 7 years. How many blogs do you think you've done in your whole thing?
I would say I'm around like the 5 to 10,000.
So many hours of writing.
Yeah, put writing in quotes there. First. Second of all, it could be just like a one sentence thing. It could be like a whole thesis for a blog. But back in the day, Barstool's changed a lot, obviously. But back in the day when we were grinding, we're talking 10, 12, 15 things a day. You just got up once an hour, once every half hour.
And that was all for reason, by the way, because what Barstool has become,
the internet
what you guys have built is an incredible, the internet never ever sleeps. Neither does the brand, by the way. Thomas Morstead, shout out, going out there with broken ribs. But I think this is going to be an interesting situation for you, right? Because for like the next month, you're going to be dead middle of almost everything going on at Barstool, and that is not a normal thing, right?
It's usually when I'm called upon, it's when I'm in trouble or about to get yelled at.
You've done something moronic and you're about to get yelled at, but now it's a month-long build-up. You are fighting for the entire New York office, HQ. There's something big going on. This is a big moment, Smitty. I'm very excited for you.
Yeah, I'm fighting for anybody who's ever been underappreciated at their job. People who just take their lunch pail to work every day, try to get it done, and I'm bringing it out for them, trying to put them in the limelight for once.
Wow, just a blue-collar guy.
And it'll just be another day that you get knocked down and have to get back up and do it all over again.
Sean, you can't help it. Like that's what he's going to do right there.
That's fine.
But so Dave, you feel like Dave is on your side, not on your side, is indifferent about it? How you feel?
I think Dave Portnoy is on Dave Portnoy's side. So if that means that I get knocked out and viewership goes up 0.1%, so be it. If that means if Sean dies in the ring and Dave Portnoy's stock goes up 10% in Rough and Rowdy, it's Dave's prerogative.
If it means anything, we've had that same conversation over here, by the way. It's like, Sean, if you have a sweet knockout of Smitty, like that's going to help us all out a lot. Yeah. Or if you have a spectacle of a knockout of yourself, also good for everything. I mean, everything is good. This is a win-win situation. Have you ever been to Morgantown, West Virginia before?
I have not. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, boy.
Country road, baby.
Take me home to the place.
Every night at midnight in every bar.
Oh, I can't even imagine how oversaturated that is.
Comes on every night at midnight.
Every bar at midnight.
It's an awesome scene.
It's the only way you really know what time it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
oh, fuck, it's midnight already?
What's play? No. It's already, we got 3 hours left still. Hey, we better pick up the pace, boys. Yeah, I mean, West Virginia will be the perfect place for this. Morgantown is going to be so excited. I cannot wait.
Yes. Text, like, what's the best part about having it in Morgantown? And you're just like, oh, well, there's a hospital there.
Did you go to the one in near Charleston? I don't want to say it's in Charleston.
No, but I heard it was in the dead sticks of Deliverance.
Yeah, I mean, it's deep in the woods in there. It really...
Legitimately.
I don't know if the fights will be the same in Morgantown as they were down there, because honestly, those fights, and I said this as a joke earlier, but I meant it. Those are dudes who have fought in prison, and then they're out on release, whatever, before they do their next crime and go back to jail. Those dudes are they're fighting in the ring just as something to do before they go back to jail. I don't know if it'll be like that, Morgan. I think you're going to have a lot of college kids fighting each other. I think you're going to have frats fighting each other. I think there's going to be a lot of college kids instead of the prisoners. And honestly, I don't know how I feel, but I think we got to make sure that the convicts still have a chance.
I hope there's a lot of like college, you fucked my girlfriend type fights in there because those will be interesting.
Ooh, the frats will get into it, I think, naturally.
Or you just bring in the convicts and rednecks to fight the frats.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We need to make sure the convicts still have a chance to shine.
Yeah.
You know,
the guy who shows up in jeans is good.
I ain't going to get undressed to whoop somebody's ass. That's what a guy said. Have you thought about what you're going to wear in there, Smitty?
No, I haven't yet, actually. What are you doing?
I was going to wear like black trunks and fucking that's it.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get those sponsored, though.
You look like a boots in the ring kind of guy.
Not a bad idea, by the way. Hey, maybe
I'll fucking put boots on. I don't give a fuck.
Put those Timbs on, start sea walking around.
I'm going to wear my fucking Yeezys in there.
Hey, listen, you crip walk in there, though. You might run the wrong prisoner that's also fighting. You might have to really show yourself.
Yeah,
You'll just what? You'll knock him out?
Fuck that dude up, man.
See, that's what they were talking about earlier about you being not humble. What you just did.
Well, that's what's called fighter confidence. When you walk around, well, I guess I'll just get knocked out in 10 minutes. I'd love that. I wish, hey, would you like to knock me out? This is how humble people talk about fighting.
Is Hank's microphone on?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, how did you go with the Viva shorts? I thought they were a beautiful throwback. When did you decide that?
I actually thought I was going to have shorts when I got there, so those were just like I happened to pack them.
See, you don't understand.
It's just the Barstool difference.
Yeah, you're asking everything like everything's planned out right now. I don't even know when the fuck I'm going to be able to get there. It's probably like Friday, like midnight hour before the fight.
Oh, nice. We'll definitely be more prepared. Yeah, you'll have an oxygen mask, a hyperbaric chamber. The night before, we'll probably get you in the mile-high setting, make sure your body's recovered, get you some carbs like you're about to run a marathon.
Yep.
Have you done any cardio?
I'm working on it a little bit here and there.
The 1 minute rounds isn't bad. I think that's a real savior for everybody in there. I think it's a savior for everybody.
Hank, how did you handle it? Because you were jumping rope here nonstop.
I was going as hard as I possibly could, cardio-wise, for like 3 or 4 weeks, and halfway through the second round, I was completely gassed.
Dead?
Yeah, it's fucking
cardiovascular?
Yeah.
Like in your
like
chest?
arms, like you know when you like obviously when you're in shape and you're throwing punches and you're like you have your breath under you, there's power. By the time the second round, it was just like flailing your arms out because you're like you can barely feel them.
It looks
the adrenaline, like they say it too, like the trainers that I train with and Smitty's training with, adrenaline like takes away 50% of whatever.
Yeah, because
like,
your heart
good
rate.
shape you're in, like adrenaline's gonna take away like half of that.
Well, it's because your heart rate, right? So everybody's looking during a workout to get your heart rate up so you can burn calories. That's the purpose of everything. That's why heart rate monitors are like the new fad in working out, because you're trying to get your heart rate above like 105 to 115 is like optimal place. But as soon as you do that, it wears out your entire body. So you walk into an arena that you've probably not used to doing, by the way, you're fighting in front of people, let alone it's on live pay-per-view, which you can get at
roughandrowdy.com.
Perfect.
Roughandrowdybrawl.com.
One of the two.
It's on the internet, and that's probably a moment where your heart starts racing a little bit. You're not used to the situation.
And I had personally, like, we had to be there at 5 o'clock per registration. Like, all the fighters had to be there, get through physicals, all that shit. I didn't fight till 10 o'clock, so I had that 4 hours
anxiety,
of just pacing, like trying to stay focused. And that's usually like before a game, it's probably like an hour, 2 hours max where you're like really like just ready for the game. This was like 4 hours straight of just like trying to not get hyped up, but also stay focused.
It's really weird though that they have you sitting there watching all the other fights. It's a very weird thing. I mean, it's an interest.
It's like a high school like wrestling tournament. Like it's like very, very loosey. Like next up, all right, who's next? Like next fighter. They just there's 40
By the
fights.
way, the speed in between of things is what makes Rough and Rowdy awesome. Just for future reference, it's nonstop action. I watched the bare knuckle boxing over in England that Chris Lytle won, by the way. He's 1-0 in bare knuckle boxing in London in the O2 Arena. In between each fight was like 45 minutes. It's like, bro.
It was tough.
Thank you for bringing that up. It was absurd.
Those fucking commentators are awesome. I enjoyed the commentators. I thought they were hilarious.
The mics.
The mics were terrible, but they had these English accents that I very much enjoyed. But god damn, in between each fight, it was like a 45-minute wait. It's like, bro, I ain't got time. Just put Lytle's fight in there so I can get out of here. Rough and Rowdy is nonstop action. Myself and Dave Portnoy will be on the call. We're going to have a great time. Big Cat will be there chit-chatting. It's going to be a great show. It's the best $10 that you could spend ever. I think ever.
We were sitting, I was at one point, the last Rough and Rowdy, we were watching it at the house, and then we ended up taking it out on the road. So I was watching it on my phone all the way. I was at the bar watching it, like, and I was holding it up, and like 8 of us. It was fucking exciting. Every fight was sweet in some manner.
It's just there's emotion involved, there's action involved, and there's comedy involved. I don't know what else you could fucking want in a night. Because you're watching people. Those two, the gigantic people that fought in the last one, the big fat, those dudes haven't got off their couch in months, but they walk into a ring and just start throwing haymakers at each other on live, and it's incredible internet. It's perfect for the internet, and I cannot wait for February 16th. I can't fucking wait. Hank, are you going to do it again? You retired.
Fuck no. I haven't even, like, there was a point when I was working out, training for it. I was like, oh, I'm going to keep working out after, stay in shape. It feels good to be in shape. I haven't even thought. Like, I walked Smitty over to introduce him to my trainers, and they're like, "You gonna come?" I was like, "Hell no!" Like, it's just so much. It's like you have to be so committed. It's like, and it's. I mean, not to make it worse for these guys, the fucking anxiety. Like, also, I was going up against a much inferior opponent. Like, I knew
if you lose, this is a double loss for you. If you lose to Tex, who you're not supposed to lose to, he had nothing to lose.
But I also knew that I wasn't going to lose. I knew it was completely on me just to get in shape and that I would win. This Smitty versus Sean is like
heavyweights.
Yeah, like I would go to sleep at night being like, I think Tex is training, but I don't think he's training as hard as me. These two, they're going as hard as you can possibly go, and they're both like physically
big dudes. How tall are you, Smitty?
I'm a good 6'2.5".
What are you, 6'4"?
6'2".
It's like Jesus, I just lied.
I'm 6'6", Pat. I'm 6'6", 270.
WWE billing.
Yeah, I was about to say, I have talked about your size like in an interview before, and I've said, yeah, he's like 6'4", so I am.
Fuck it.
You guys look at each other eye to eye.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm only 6'1". 6'1", 233, by
That's
the way.
what we talked about earlier.
I'm dense. I'm a dense motherfucker, Smitty. Just know that.
Yeah, I saw you hand cleaning 285 the other day.
Yeah, that was first day back, too. I'll be up at like 375 in no time, about a week or so. I mean, that's explosion, though. That's was my job for 8 years.
He said there weren't any more weights.
There wasn't enough weight. They didn't give us... True? Is that not true?
Yeah.
There wasn't enough weight here. My man, Mike Barwis, who was my strength coach in college, okay, he was the first guy I ever lifted with. Ever. In high school, I didn't lift. I played soccer. My leg was incredible from kicking a soccer ball off the wall for hours and hours when I was a kid growing up. I never lifted. I get to college, Mike Barwis is my strength coach, and he's the most insane human on earth. Like, his lifts are just the most intense lifts. He had an American Muscle Show on Discovery Channel. So he starts watching me on the internet. He and I have been friends for a long time. I'm the first guy to ever show up at his workout drunk, got through it, did well, and he has respect for me ever since. I always showed up and worked my ass off. But he has been watching my decline since retirement, and he sent an entire weight room here for me to work out because he's embarrassed by how I look. He sent an entire weight room. He sent all these supplements. He was like, you are an embarrassment to me and to your family right now. Start working out again. And you know what, Mike? You didn't send enough weights. That's all I got to say. There wasn't enough weight in here to lift. That's all I got to say. But that's where I'm at.
What are you going to do?
But we've been lifting in here, man. You're in New York. Kind of sucks for you because in the office, I don't even think there's enough room to do jumping jacks. I'm really not sure you can do a jumping jack.
There's not enough room to work.
There's
not enough room to do anything.
There's no burpee room.
Nope.
There's no jumping jacks, no push-ups, nothing.
Nope. It's just cube on cube on cube on cube on Nate on cube.
So, so you will go to the gym that Hank trained at?
Yes. Not sure if I can give out free ads.
No free ads.
No free ads, but Mendez Boxing. It's a great gym, like right across the street from the office, and it's basically just a bunch of little Puerto Ricans kicking my ass.
Yeah, that's
an hour at a time.
Yeah, he goes in and he's got all these white trash dudes just beating the fuck out of him in Lido's gym. Lido's gym is just filled with these white trash guys who are incredible at fighting.
Yeah, they're just beasts.
Just incredible fighters out of nowhere. I'm excited for February 16th, man. I am so excited. You're a righty? Oh, see that?
Are you
almost that tip would have took it over?
Are you worried about strategy at all? Like giving anything away, Sean? Or you
no
don't care?
No, I don't care.
He said on the show last week, and I was like, you probably shouldn't be talking about this, but I guess as somebody who's going to train boxing anyways, he's going to learn this real quick. He's been training like with these fighters for so long. Like, he's not scared to get punched in the face, and you think that's a big advantage in fighting.
Yeah, the adrenaline, number one, like just knowing how to just be calmly have a fight.
Stand up.
Yeah, just so sparring, you learn that from sparring on a regular basis, and how to get punched in the face and know you're not going to get knocked out.
That's because if as soon as the glove hits my face, I'm ducking. Probably, I'm out of there quick. I guess that's just a confidence thing, but I mean, it's the way the world works. I think that's your big strategy is go in there and throw.
That's it. Just fucking go.
Have you thought about strategy at all, Smitty?
Absolutely not.
Are you going to have a strategy?
We'll see.
I like that. A reaction fighter. Matt Matrione says he does that.
Head body, head body, head body.
I mean, everything you think goes out the door once you. Yeah.
Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the motherfucking face. Mike Tyson. Great quote in the history of fighting.
Are you guys going to go headgear or no headgear?
Fuck no. We can't have. If no one else, they don't have headgear. Nobody has headgear. Headgear.
Solely because you can't be those two guys.
Yeah. These
the
pussies.
Only two people can't have headgear.
Listen, you two legitimately need your brain to survive, right? It's just like Hank Tex doesn't. But like you guys need your brains to survive. So that puts you on a different stratosphere than everybody else that's fighting. But you can't have a sack and be the only two put on your helmet. And you can't. No. You guys are put in a terrible position. The fact that they were even asking you and trying to make it public, I don't even know. That during the show, they're like, "Are you guys going to wear headgear?" It's like everybody else is not wearing headgear. Let's just assume that they're not going to wear headgear.
You can't be that person.
No way. Are you going to be a part of the production of it?
Yeah, I'll be there. We're doing the 24/7s leading up to it, and I'll be down there. I don't know what I'll be doing, but we'll be down there.
Let's turn on the microphones in the crowd. Caleb and Roan were hitting absolute home runs out there, and you couldn't hear them. I'm like, fuck, turn them up. Pete, turn them up. I was sending texts to Brett. I'm like, yo, turn up the fucking microphone.
Yeah, because if you want something to get done, that's the first person you text.
You and Nate are in like an ongoing hilarious beef.
Is it hilarious?
I think it's
someone.
Yeah, it is.
That Vegas trip, man, I was pretty new to Barstool at the time, and I'd played a lot of poker in my life. I'm a big-time card fan. So the fact you two were going out there, I was excited to watch it. And then the sideshow that became you and fucking Spider Monkey was just so beautiful.
Yeah, because of that, I asked him to be my manager for this. Not necessarily because I wanted him to, but I knew it would be great for content because Nate's a company man, I'm a company man, and we'll do whatever's best for Barstool Sports. So I took him privately, away from the cameras, away from the radio. I'm like, Nate, hey. This is good for both of us. This is good for the company. Would you like to be my manager? You don't have to do anything. I'm not going to give you shit. I'm going to be too tired to give you shit. All you have to do is stand there in a fedora, a stopwatch, one of those 1950s sports coats. You look like a young Mickey. You look great. And
were you going to dress him up like Bear Bryant?
Pretty much.
In my head, as I was putting a guy together, I had Bear Bryant and Nate sitting there, and you're like, yeah, he's Mickey Rourke.
Is that how he dressed to coach the basketball games?
Yes, that's exactly what I envisioned. And I just get it? Nah.
He said no.
Nah.
Nate's
I'm not
a
good
big
on video. I'm not good on video. Okay, Nate, that's fine. And then Prez calls him out for it. Then all hell breaks loose.
Yeah. So what's going on now? Because is Nate going to be on your side? Now this is a big thing. Nate's like a free agent right now.
Nate came out and said, "I don't like you. I hope you get your ass kicked. I hope you get crushed." So I don't want Nate on my side. If you would like to take the Spider Monkey,
so after I was about to say after you're done blogging because you got your asses kicked in Call of Duty, which Heartland, shout out to us by the way for just beating the fuck out of that.
What a squad we were.
Just beating the fuck out of them in Call of Duty. Oh my god, the guy didn't even have a gun. One of our guys, he didn't even use a gun.
His little Call of Duty character got in the fucking Call of Duty tank, went to Home Depot, bought a shovel, came back and fucked up everybody.
Slid under a guy's face and then shoveled him in the back of the head. One of our guys did that to Smitty's team.
One of our employees.
So you're blogging for a few days out here. I think Nate should be the guy that comes in afterwards then.
Hey, that's between you and the monkey. I did all I can. I raised him as far as I can raise him.
What is the history between you two? Like, when did he come on? You got here in 2011. When did he get on?
I came on in 2011 where I was I wrote for free, then I was part-time, then I was full-time like 2013. Nate came on, I think, 2012, 2013, and ran DMV from the jump. And there was no beef. We were very fine, very cordial. And then right before we moved to New York, Nate got drunk one night and did Nate at Nights Periscope where he just called me out.
Oh, no.
For no reason.
A week before you move in?
It was pretty close. It wasn't a week. It was like a month, but it was...
Was there any regret the next morning from the Spider Monkey or no?
Oh, yeah. He apologized.
Oh, so he was blacked out. He was he was pretty intoxicated.
Yeah.
But in the back of your mind forever, you're like, oh, this guy, for some reason, does not like me.
Well, it moved on from there. Like, it got better, then it got worse, then it got...
I think Nate's going to come out here. That's good, because I need somebody to write blogs for me. Because I'm not a blog writer. I don't even know how the fuck you guys do it. The fact that you've said you put out how many thousands? 20,000?
No, I probably like 5 to 10,000. 4,000 in my career.
It's absurd to me. The amount of time it takes just to figure out the fucking website to post. What's it called? What's that website, Ty?
Barstool Sports.
WordPress. Word. That's where we work.
You guys have ads for WordPress?
I don't even know what that means. What is?
No.
No, we don't. You do.
We do sometimes on PMT.
Well, I don't. I've never used
slide
it.
right into one, but
Hey, if you want to dip into an ad read, I'm 100% okay with it. We at this show, 100% okay with ad reads, by the way. There's like an email every once in a while that goes out to all Barstool Sports employees. It's like, ad reads are not optional. I want to respond like, what dumb motherfucker is not reading the... That's how we're making money.
that's
here.
when I think Lewis gets mad at Dave, and then he like subtweets him by sending an email.
So it's Dave that he's going.
That's my favorite Lewis.
He
thing
sends
that he
them to
does.
full-time
Yeah.
employees. So
He
there's
sends it
like
to
a...
every single employee that exists because he's in like a beef because Dave like forgot to do a tweet or something.
Dude, that is so... Every time I read it now, for any email I get from Lewis, I'm just going to be like, oh, this is so he didn't have to talk to Dave directly. This is a roundabout conversation. Oh, I respect that so much. But yeah, I have no idea how to fucking work WordPress. So if their company can make it easier, that'd be great too for another great ad read right there. But anyways, I'm going to get into blogging. Aren't I, Ty?
Yeah, absolutely.
Every week I talk about it. I was definitely brought into Barstool though to be a podcaster, just so everybody knows that. Everybody, like, because KFC asked the question about blogging during my press conference. Everybody assumed I'd be blogging and PFT. No, I mean, 140 characters is all I got. That's all I got.
You need to hire a what are they called? Stenographers?
Yes, he's actually.
Believe me, I've tried to do that. They are very expensive.
He's talked about every profession under the sun we've almost brought into this place.
Hank, I'm a different animal, bro.
You need like a young buck stenographer, like a stenographer prodigy.
I need to pull him out of college.
Pluck him before he gets big time.
Hey, I'll save you the student loan debt.
Yep.
Okay? I will save you that. You just have to sit here, and anything I say, you just got to go ahead and put it out.
I think that's what fucking Rappaport does for all his shit.
Oh, God.
I think we just found who Rappaport's team. What happened with that, Smitty? What just happened there? I remember Rappaport came in and there was a big fuck you fest going on between
Yeah,
you.
he's a fucking fraud. That's what Rappaport.
Wow.
Fraud report.
Like Clay Travis, you're saying.
Pretty much, but we employ this one.
I've never met Clay Travis, by the way. I am just saying what everybody else tends to say about him. From Mike Florio, who runs the largest professional football blog in the history of professional football, called him that. And Dave has said this publicly. I've learned that about Clay Travis, but you're saying Rappaport's that way.
Yeah, Rappaport is all bark, no bite, basically. That's what it comes
Really?
down to him. Yeah, in every aspect.
Okay,
what he
go
does.
on.
Basically, he comes in, Dr. Tough Tits, and tries to start a
A lot of schooling.
yeah.
That's a fucking doctor.
That's another level of toughness.
That's a doctor, bro. What's that?
He comes in and starts up a fantasy football league for Barstool. All well and good. But he starts like really yapping his mouth, really running, like running his mouth every single week. Yo, you motherfucking pussies. Oh, you fuck you. Nobody's going to step up to the champ. So I'm there. I'm just like, okay, nobody cares about the fantasy football league. Exactly. I step up to him and, try to give him what he wants. Try to banter a little
Okay,
bit.
so you tried to dance with the dingo. Is that what he says? Dance with the dingo.
Dance with the dingo, but he never thought about dancing with the devil by the Pelham. Like,
Smitty's also a big dancer.
Ooh, wow.
huge
Like,
dance
you
guy.
guys both love to say "let's dance" and like.
Oh,
dance.
that's your thing.
It is my thing.
So you're the devil, though, you're saying, and he's the dingo, the man dingo.
I could be.
Well, you went down to Georgia one time. Great song, by the way. Underrated song. Needs to go in a playlist. It's not on the greatest playlist on Spotify, and you need to put it on.
It's not up to me. It's not up to you. It's up to the vote.
You're right. You're right. How can I disrespect a list like that?
It's up to the council.
Jesus.
That's on me. The tribe will be spoken, though,
Yeah.
and they will put in the devil went down to Georgia because he was looking for a soul to steal. But anyways, he was in a bind. He was way behind. He was looking to make a deal. You're the devil. You hate Rappaport.
Well, long story short, we get in the back and forth, and then he
In
starts,
person or an email? Because I see the emails coming from Rappaport's team whenever that fucking fantasy football thing started, which I quit.
Yeah.
When did I didn't even think
I drafted, and
Yeah.
then I think I stopped looking week 3.
Yeah. So I was told.
Your Diggs was the only person that I beat in the whole league.
Yeah, nobody cared. Nobody cared besides Rappaport. And the only reason,
We
I
were 3-0,
cared-
and then I stopped looking, and it was
Diggs picked the Eagles defense and special teams, and I questioned every move he made. And
Heavily.
I was hard because I didn't know anything about fantasy football, obviously. But I looked at our team after Diggs drafted it because I was like, hey, somebody's got to draft a team for us because Rappaport is sending 45 emails a day making sure everybody's in this. So Diggs does the draft. He sends us a screenshot of the team. And the only thing I noticed was this fucking Eagles defense and special team. I'm like, bro, is there Colts, bro? Like, why not pick the Colts? They were horrendous. By the way. Why don't we pick the Colts? And they were our superstars of our team. So great work by you, Diggs. But so you dance with the dingo a little bit.
Yeah, long story short, he called me out on the rundown and on Twitter, and it got like personal. He called me a failed comedian, asked what I did at Barstool, like came after my job, kind of like what Nate did a couple years ago. And you know,
A failed comedian.
yeah, bad.
That's a heavy shot, Sean.
What?
Like, imagine if somebody just, like a pretty prominent name comes out and just like, yo, you're a failed comedian. That would hurt.
It's over fantasy football. You guys can't get into twist over fantasy football. So I did what I do best. I shut my mouth and I proved it out on the field. I ended up not only beating him in fantasy football.
Is that what you do best?
That is exactly what I do best.
You just shut your mouth and you just prove it on the field.
Pretty much. That's all I can do. D3's finest.
Kind of a little foreshadowing there.
That's what I was about to say. Hank, the producer 24/7, loved that quote right there, just for future reference. But you end up beating him in fantasy football, and the email started in the tweets, right? Is that
no? I started beating him on DraftKings because he called me out week after week after week. I used to host a fantasy football podcast on Barstool. It got taken over by his podcast, and he thinks this shit doesn't stink. And eventually, I beat him in the whole season overall, and he talked shit basically the entire year up until then, and then not a peep. Once I won, not a peep. The guy's a fraud. If you want to Google it, I have a blog. Michael Rappaport is a fucking fraud. That is the blog.
Bro.
Fucking blog for verbatim has a whole bunch of statistics, whole bunch of tweets where he goes back on his own work. Like, he's a fraud. There's really nothing a fraud report.
I'll tell you what, the listeners of this show will love everything you just said right there. I think Sean might be the new... Because our listeners are pretty heavy anti-Rappaport, I think. I think there is a lot of anti-Rappaport activity on, like, any post that Rappaport. I was on Rappaport's show last Friday, by the way. Incredible conversation with him. I know you don't like him as a person, but the conversation was really cool conversation. He asked some questions that I hadn't been asked in years, so like I haven't even thought about things like that.
He's a very good podcaster, and I don't even know him as a person. That's the issue. I don't know him.
You just know him as this fantasy football guy.
But he came at me personally without knowing me as a person to his fucking 500,000 Twitter followers.
Got you. But he sees a lot of hate on his Twitter. I want to let you know that he sees a lot of hate on his Twitter because I was tagged in a lot of his tweets, and so my Twitter timeline for a few hours became this Rappaport. So I don't know if it's my listeners, but boy, there was a lot of just sawing at Rappaport. But I think whenever you call yourself the best shit talker on earth, like you're asking for that almost. You know what I mean? Like that's coming back at you.
I don't know what politics he gets into too.
Yes,
it's
a lot of he goes heavy in there, heavy in there. But it's to the point though where everybody on earth can't stay away from politics because it's literally in everything. So at some point it's going to pop up. Stick to sports. What's up?
Some guy on Twitter, I'm a little upset at Nick, told us that the Steelers lost because Nick voted for Hillary.
I saw that tweet.
I was like, what?
You responded with a Trump gif though, which was incredible.
I was pissed at Nick. I didn't know that was why they fucking lost, but
Diggs, did you have a rough weekend?
Yeah, it was bad.
We'll get into it.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
I haven't talked about it yet.
Why didn't you? We should have. The fight should be Rappaport Smitty. That would make a lot of sense. But he's very old.
Yeah, it was thrown out there. Well, he not only challenged me to a fight, he challenged me to basketball 101. He challenged me to meet him outside on the playground to dance. I'm not sure what that entailed, but I assume that was a fight.
Yeah, that's fight. That means fight.
That's like high school though, for sure, right?
Yeah.
You got a flagpole and shit?
Yeah, meet me at the park, cuz. Come along.
We didn't have a meeting spot.
No. It really wasn't.
Just scrap wherever you
were. It
were.
was in the hallways.
Yeah,
hallway
a lot of stupid decisions in our high school. I'll never forget like a fight right in front of like the principal's office almost. It was Kurt Zaspel and Tardio. It was like, you two are fucking idiot. Like, what are we doing here? There has to be enough places to fight in this school, let alone outside of school, that isn't right here. I picked up Zaspel, and then as I was walking him away, like Casella just turned the corner and was like, "What's up?" And I like put Zaspel down. I was like, "Let's just walk it. Let's just go ahead and walk this. Let's just go ahead and walk this." And then Zaspel turns the corner, and Tardio's trying to fight like 45 people. He's like, "Oh, this just happened." I'm like, "Yo, awkward situation." We didn't have a meeting spot either, but Rappaport wanted to fight you.
Well, he throws it out there on Twitter. He throws everything out there, and he just.
And what happens? And then
he's all bark and no bite. Not to say I would fight him anyway.
Did a rough and rowdy opportunity pop up to Rappaport? Did he ever hear about it?
People asked him in the office. He coughed for 20 seconds because that's what he does, and then he said no.
Huh. By the way, did you see the other Rappaport? NFL Network.
Oh, yeah,
Ian,
about the Titans.
about the Titans last night because I was up whenever he sent out that tweet. Because the reaction videos, we'll get right into the NFL right now, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. The reaction videos of that fucking Vikings Saints game was one of the greatest things I've ever seen the internet do. The internet became alive. It was everywhere. 46 million people, they said, saw that live. 46 fucking million people, and everybody wants to be the first person to tweet about it or anything like that. The reaction videos out of Minnesota. Now, granted, we can talk about out of Pittsburgh and out of the Saints fan. Old Kyle just threw that TV right off his fucking...
If I was a Saints fan, I would have fucking lost it.
I don't know how you don't lose it if you're like truly passionate because that...
They won. They won the fucking game.
Everybody on earth, Will Lutz, by the way, had such a moment too. Game winner in the playoffs. Oof. Just like Kai Forbath, baby leg Kai hits a 53-yarder.
That's what you've always said about him.
Baby leg, and he drills a 53-yarder with a minute and 16 left, I think it was, or a minute 40 something maybe in there. He in his head, right?
Oh, yeah.
I just hit a fucking game winner. Are you kidding me? In a gigantic game at home. Now people are going to be talking about us winning. He's having a great time. So then a couple seconds later, Will Lutz and Thomas Morstead go out there. Broken ribs, by the way. Warrior. Absolute warrior. Bang. Now they're like, boom, we have a game winner for sure. Look at that. Imagine the mindset. Obviously not just the kickers, everybody in New Orleans. Everybody. Man, we're the hottest team. People have been talking about how hot we are for months. We're the dark horse of the whole thing. We're going to win this all. Here we are. This is the first step. We just knocked out Minnesota, hot Minnesota with their incredible defense. Nope. Over.
Worst tackle in history.
Worst situation in the history of the NFL for a fan base and a team. What a nightmare, bro. Kyle throwing his TV off the apartment patio there while his girlfriend's yelling at him is incredible, but I think he's the picture of what a New Orleans Saints fan had to have looked like.
You see the dude who just passed out at the bar?
Oh, yeah.
Straight
in his gold jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, I couldn't imagine being at like a Saints bar, like which I'm assuming the entire Bourbon Street was just filled with Saints fans. The entire doors are open everywhere. Will Lutz hits that game winner. There's probably horns playing down there in the blues. Like fucking parade probably started down there.
Fucking vibe. The party started probably pouring to the streets.
Yeah, we're back, baby. New Orleans. Like those people just live such a festivus lifestyle. And then stop the music, cuz.
14 seconds to go.
Stop the parades. Stop the happiness. Come and watch this replay here about Stephon Diggs and Case motherfucking Keenum just changing the outcome completely. What a fucking
I don't think they changed yet. The outcome was changed by my man fucking missed the tackle and took out his other boy. This fucking setup, this Vegas setup.
That guy's in a bad spot, by the way. Big pick earlier in the game, too. Was having a great game. In his mind, by the way, I had a pick in this game. We win next round. He's living a high life for 59 minutes and 50 seconds. He's having a great day. Can't wait to go to work the next day. Can't wait. Give me a game ball for an interception. And then, oops, I arrived too early. Oh, fuck, I don't want to pass interference. Oh, shit, I don't know what to do right now. I'm just going to go ahead and try to avoid contact with him. Catch happens. I knock out my teammate. Stephon Diggs just scored a touchdown through his helmet, and now he's flexing in front of 30 cameras. Holy fuck, my life just changed quickly. I mean, that had to be his entire thought process. Holy fuck, Diggs.
Head down.
Unbelievable.
Head down, Sean.
It's fucking this.
The Stone Cold Stunner picture that was sent to me by the Only Nation, which is a Raider Nation fan club. Literally, he just tweeted Stone Cold, Stone Cold, Stone Cold with that picture, and it was amazing. I was like, pfft. I sent him a ha ha ha. Then I put his name on the picture because I knew that it was going to get picked up and shared. I was like, let me help you out, first of all. I'm going to put your name on it, which I did a little Photoshop there.
Good for you, man.
Oh, shit, look at you go.
Huh?
Fucking just taking advantage of new apps.
Huh? No free ads, but the Fonto app. Put the text on there. I also did the Martin Luther King Jr. quote picture. Yeah, I did
I was
that.
wondering where you got that from.
I
That was a
appreciated
nice
that
touch.
because I didn't know how to say anything this morning, so I just retweeted yours.
But it's a true thing. It's a true statement. Although we all arrived on different ships, we're all in the same boat now, basically was the gist of it. And that's such a true quote for what's happening right now, obviously. Now, granted, there was an entire Twitter beef that happened between some hilarious, ridiculous human that was talking about how Martin Luther King plagiarized all of his quotes, every single one of them. And he was like Googling the original. I don't think any of that is true, buddy. This guy thinks the internet is 100% true all the time, and it's just a different situation. But that's a great quote, by the way. Martin Luther King, every single Martin Luther King Jr. Day, like you go back and you scroll through Google of all of his quotes, it's like, wow, what a fucking incredible fucking man this guy was. Just a visionary, really. Great quotes. Incredible quotes. People would do that with Rappaport later in life. Smitty. People will quote him for that. You want to dance, he says. But that guy sends me that picture. Yeah. I go into Fonto. I put his name on it. I sent him a DM, by the way. I'm like, incredible shot, dude. This is really nice, whatever. He says, thank you. I put it out, and boy, it went. I haven't seen a photo. All I did was the guy yelling with the tear face, and it just went. I did not expect it to go like that.
Sometimes that happens.
But it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing because what was that guy doing? Just looking straight at the ground while running right by Stephon Diggs.
The fact that they were just like running like a little fucking cover too. It was unbelievable, the defense they picked.
It looked like when you try and go throw a hit stick in the old Madden and you whiff, and the guy just bends over and goes flying by, and you're fucked.
I've never played Madden, but I'm assuming because Smitty started shaking his head, Ty and Evan.
It was the most perfect visual representation of a missed hit stick I've ever seen in my life.
Doesn't get much more accurate than that.
And that was like my pick of the week was the fucking Saints.
You said mortgage, if I do believe.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, well, all right, I'll at least get a win today.
Yeah, because they're a dark horse.
And then that fucking happened. And then NFL.com sent me an email. Get your Steelers AFC Championship gear.
Motherfucking. Did they really send it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. How did that just slip through?
Well, I assume, like everyone else, that they thought they would beat the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars.
And they sent it on auto send, like you can do.
I would assume so. The fucking Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, the buttons are really close. It's like the Hawaii missile.
How can you not stop the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars?
Saxonville, bro.
If you would have told me that the Steelers were going to score 42 fucking points,
a lot of points,
I would have bet my life. Like I would have said, you can kill me after this if they don't fucking win.
Let's never say that, by the way. We're adults now. You don't have any control of what's going on out there. I think now's the time we go ahead and quit the you could kill me if this doesn't happen. I don't want you to die, Diggs. You're too important to also the Pittsburgh fan base, because I feel like that thought right there is going around the city in a heavy manner. Everybody's got to be pissed off. Everybody.
Like the amount of times that 5-yard flares went for fucking 15 yards.
He's really struggling.
On third down is absurd.
Hey, listen, you're getting your head. Somebody's shaking his head heavy at you, and it's an Eagles fan from across the table.
Shut the fuck up.
Philadelphia man just told you to shut it, bro.
When was your last Super Bowl? 2008?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what, Pittsburgh.
Walk a mile on my shit one time.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania has some incredible football fans. Yeah. I think so much underrated.
Incredible sports fans.
Everybody talks about Texas, right? For football, at least. They talk about Texas being like football.
That's a high school thing.
Yeah, well, it's just football, though, in general. Everybody loves football. But, man, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, their sports fans are incredible. I think I think they're different than every other fan base, though. Like, I think Philadelphia Eagles fans are known for something. I don't think Pittsburgh fans are known for anything other than just showing up every single week in a wild fashion with a terrible towel. But Pittsburgh people and Philly people are damn near similar, just for future reference, as somebody who's got a chance to witness both places.
Or blue-collar towns.
Just called blue-collar towns. We just want our guys to represent our city in a good way.
I just care way too much.
Yeah, that's an
Way
East Coast
too
thing,
much.
I think.
Well, that's the thing, though, because I think the East Coast. All right, this is going to get a little deep. So when I was playing, and we had people, like we'd go to a stadium, and there'd be more fans for us than for them. Does that make sense? So like when Peyton was playing, we would go to another place, just like what LeBron does in the NBA now. So in Kobe and everybody did. And I'd be like, man, like at its core, I feel like, and this might have just been like the way I viewed my dad was viewing it. I feel like football and Sundays are something where it's like your city literally battling against another city. Like that is the city. It's like the old school, just like in England, how it is with soccer. Like those are civil wars happening in those games. But in soccer, there's no physical contact at the center of it. In football, it's like gladiators from each city battling against each other. And I think that's not the view for football in every city. But I do believe in Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Boston, cities like that view is there. And I think that's a big deal. I think that really is a big deal. It changes the way the city operates. Because a coach can fuck around and suck for a while in some cities that aren't as rabid.
Cincinnati.
Or like the Redskins or some shit.
But if you're in a city that is a rabid fan base and somebody's fucking up, like, yo, that shit's going to be a topic of conversation for a long time. I mean, that's what's going to happen until change occurs. It's Cincinnati. I don't know how they do it. Pittsburgh might have lit fucking that dude's house on fire.
I had some dudes from Cincy chirping me on Twitter. I was like, bro, you don't even have a seat at the table here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Man, I don't know how. Like, I love Cincinnati, the Peoples, but when it comes to the football team, Huber's a good friend of, like, a real good friend of mine. And I'm just like, man, like, something's got to give.
Can we bag on the chili and noodles thing?
Yeah, it's fucking bad.
Not good.
Like, we don't need noodles. That's what fucking spaghetti is. This is chili. Just say you want spaghetti noodles with chili. It's not chili. It's a one city thing. I'm glad you guys got your thing.
Skyline.
If you're from there and you like it, good.
Awesome.
But don't try to bring that shit to the table. There's no, again, you don't have a seat here in the chili world.
I love Cincinnati. I just don't think the Bengals fans are as diehard as like Steelers fans or like Eagles fans. Or
I
something
think they're
like that.
decent fans. It's just the fact
Great
that you
fans.
still have a coach there after 15 years, not one fucking
They're just not
playoff
rabid fans. So it's like a different fanhood. It's like a loyal fanhood. They're loyal as fuck because they show up, right? They always show up.
Yeah.
But it's not like a rabid fan base that's like active.
Tomlin's never had a losing season, and they're going for his head right now.
Right now, he is the dumbest guy on earth because he kicked the onside kick with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left, and he had spit in his beard. But he didn't think he could stop him. He didn't think he could stop Saxonville. Is that not a whole new world? How many points? 45 points?
Unbelievable, Pat. It's unbelievable.
But I think
they scored 10 the last like 3 weeks. Bortles can't throw the ball more than 12 yards.
Bortles looked like can we talk about Bortles looking like a fucking incredible quarterback? Bortles service. I saw a fucking big cat.
What a good one.
Name a wide receiver on that fucking team.
Marquise Lee.
All right, fine.
Mercedes
I'm not
Lewis.
talking you, Ty. I know you could fucking
Tight end, been there for a long time.
I don't think he's caught a pass in 2 years.
Who?
Mercedes Lewis.
He's a big dude.
6'8". I was accidentally in a gym next to him in LA. Like accidental. Was literally just there to meet somebody, trip hail.
Wait, he played at UCLA, right?
And this dude walked into the gym, like checked in right behind me. And I was like damn near shoulder to dick with him. Like my shoulder was I believe at his dick. And he just walked by and he went over and lifted like 315 pounds or something like on the bench. I'm like, me and that guy, Pierce, same league. Me and that guy.
Well, you know Bortles he's going to be he has the quarterback last name. That's the key to being a great quarterback in this league is the last name.
Bortles,
I disagree. Didn't work out for Jeff Smoker.
And the alliteration, though,
that's not good enough.
Blake
Smoker
Bortles is an absolute great quarterback.
It is.
Yeah.
Bubba. I mean, you got good names.
Blake
like
Bortles
Mark?
is born to be a fucking QB.
Oh, what's that? His name was Mark Bortles. Not good.
No.
Very Mark Brunell similar.
Yeah.
But Blake Bortles, he's become just a thing of mythology, though, almost.
Kirk Cousins.
I think because of Pardon My Take. I mean,
It is. Yeah, it's 100%.
The first Wikipedia club owner to ever make the AFC Championship.
Pardon My Take, the #1 sports podcast on earth, presented by Barstool Sports. Hank is the producer. Big Cat and PFT are geniuses on there. You should definitely check it out. But they've had Bortles on there as a guest.
Many times. He has his own club. Andrew Luck started a reading club like back in the day. We hit him up and we're like, hey, Andrew, can we join your reading club? No response, no love, no thing whatsoever. We said, you know what? We're going to start our own Wikipedia reading club. Who can we get to spearhead this movement? Blake Bortles
in the AFC South.
He was the guy. He was like, I want to spearhead this movement. And so we used to have him on like once a month during the off season. We've had him on a couple times during the season, but we just get on, talk about any Wikipedia article for the day, and we just learn, We're just there to learn.
Blake Bortles is just become a thing of mythology for sure. He's everywhere. A Good Place or whatever, A Good Place on NBC. There's a diehard Blake Bortles fan on there, and that's like a fucking primetime NBC show. And right now there is an alpha moment happening. Hank has come back in with his camera. Smitty is jumping rope less than 7 feet away from Sean Latham on the other side of the glass. Sean, is this an intimidating thing right now? You got a guy staring over you while working out who looks pretty good right now with his beard chiseled a little bit, and he's just trying to intimidate the fuck out of you. How do you feel right now?
I feel great because his footwork is dog shit when it comes to fighting. Like I watch it and here's the deal. It doesn't matter if he goes in there looking chiseled up. All he's going to do is he's just going to see his abs breathing heavy when he's laying down on the ground.
Listen to that.
It doesn't, listen, he hasn't been in a fight since he was like
for like 6 years.
I will say this though, he
good
has
stamina out
not
there.
stopped jumping rope since the beginning of this intro happened.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm happy. I mean, that's
If you run back
Good for
the tape,
him.
whenever I said a good place, that is when he started jumping rope. So if we can get the exact time there, he has not stopped. Usually I get to like 20, 22, maybe 25, 26, and my foot will hit it. I'll get out of rhythm somehow.
he's still
He
going.
has not stopped. Floyd
Dude.
Mayweather, Mike Tyson, George Foreman, Muhammad Ali. These are 4 incredible jump ropers.
Wait, you think Foreman was good at jumping rope?
Good at naming kids. He's great at naming kids.
I don't picture his vertical very fucking high.
But look at Smitty. Just going
As
to
far as
town.
jump rope, I like to focus on double dutch. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah.
I like to have 2 people on each side singing
Yep.
a song. I get
Yeah.
in there and I do work.
That's because you're a group guy, a team guy, you know, because there's more parties involved there.
Yeah.
And also more side-to-side movement.
45 fucking points.
Smitty's still jumping rope, and Diggs is
And
still
finally done.
contemplating
I haven't
suicide.
been able to talk. This is like, podcasting's really good for therapy. I haven't
Smitty is
talked
done.
to anyone about it.
Smitty is finished, and he
now.
is walking into the room.
It's just fucking absurd.
Diggs, you think you can make it until after this conversation with Smitty that's about to happen? Hey, how'd it go out there? Pretty good? You can, right? I mean, this is going to happen. We have to talk to him. He just came back in the room, slammed the door.
Yeah, I'm just venting a little bit.
Smitty, how'd it go out there, bud?
It was good, so I heard a conniption in here.
Well, I mean, there was a guy that said it didn't matter how many times you jump over a rope there. Your abs are going to be laying on the mat, breathing heavily at some point on February 16th.
They'll look good down there, though.
He said you'll look good down there, but
Go
laying.
for the body?
No,
No,
he
no,
said
when you
whenever
lay
you're
down.
you're down.
When
He
you're on the
said,
ground, like your body will look good, like when it's breathing in and out from that angle.
hold
you
on,
know what I
Sean.
mean?
Hold on, Sean. Let's hear how his breathing is. Let's see how he is. Smitty, what's going on, bub?
Into the nose, out through the mouth.
Oh, there's a little gasp there. He's speaking high. That's deep in the breathing. Listen, I've done a lot of out of breath talking in my life. I talk a lot, and I've been out of breath a lot. I know what's going on, but I respect your stamina, man, over there.
That was good. That was a good sesh.
You gotta get out there.
How many was it? Did you count or you just go?
No, just go.
Yeah, it's not about the numbers.
feel it.
It's about the time.
Not a stats guy.
No, absolutely not. It's all about pride, honor, integrity.
A lot of people have run with that mantra in their life, and a lot of people have lost with that mantra in their life.
Smitty, would you say you care about integrity more than anyone else in the office?
If you have no integrity, then what do you have?
Oh,
That's a good question. But did you have the most?
do you think you're the most integritized person?
Good word.
Thank you.
I think my integritization is above
Great
more
word.
than others.
Wow.
Above reproach.
Yes.
Above reproach.
Wow. What the fuck does any of that mean? What does reproach mean? Untouchable?
It's a pin that you wear on your.
Fucking idiot. Well, I appreciate and respect your integrity, by the way. I do.
You as well.
I respect it a lot. And that jump roping session you just put in there, real good. But my guy over here knows the number one thing, rest is the most important, isn't it?
I stay rested.
Stay
I
rested.
stay rested up.
Stay resting right now. You might witness a person attempt to hurt himself, though, in a physical manner, because much like the Philadelphia Eagles fans have had to suffer through, which is high expectations at a lot of points and then losses early. I think Eagles, right?
Eagles this week?
No, just in history, like the recent history. Eagles fans, a lot of
That
expectations.
NFC Championship run was not a good time.
I would say Philadelphia fans outside of 2008 in general
Have experienced that.
in their entire lifetime.
Pittsburgh had that happen yesterday with Jacksonville because they assumed it was going to be a cakewalk to the New England Patriots. I think everybody in Pittsburgh thought that. Damn, they were even talking about it. At one point, it even leaked from the team that they were
that
talking
was
about.
one person,
Who was it?
Mike Mitchell.
What do you say?
I don't know. He's the worst.
You don't like Mike Mitchell?
Something along the lines of we could play him in the second round, we could play him in the third round, we
That-
could play him in hell.
Of course, Hank knows it.
Yeah.
He said, we'll play. That was that quote. He said that
Yeah.
before the game. We could play him in hell. We could play him that whole thing.
Yep.
That was before the game, and he was talking about the Patriots. Yeah, see, like that leaking out because it is thought about in a locker room for sure. They're like, okay, so we beat the Jaguars this weekend. We got to go to New England. Let's hope there's good weather. This is how me and Vinny would talk. This is how I would talk. Let's hope there's good fucking weather up there in New England if we get up there, and let's just have a good time here. And it's not like you're overthinking because you can't think about a team for fucking how many hours are in a week? You can't just think about one thing. I mean, it's a game at the end of the day. You got to fucking. But the fact that it got out to the media is just like that's like rule number one in the don't be that guy playbook. which is unbelievable.
Tomlin's lost the locker.
Especially he was outside of the Jaguars locker room. Easy, Hank.
160.
Oh, it's on the Hank just tried to. I heard him try to stir it up a little bit. Diggs
He
let it
was
fly for
outside.
him.
He was outside of the Jaguars locker room. You'll remember my name after this fucking game. Dude doesn't have one interception in the season. He doesn't have one forced fumble. He has one pass breakup.
Diggs is twirling his mic, his headphone wire. By the way, I've never seen him. You are on another level. You are not happy with the Steelers.
8 months of the year. You look forward to this point, and then you lose to the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars.
Lost the team. I mean, I actually truly believe that. Like they're always talking shit with someone. If it's not the Patriots, it's like the Ravens. If it's not the Ravens, it's the Bengals. They're way too focused, or at least outwardly. Like shit gets out too often of them.
Is that bad, Pat?
Talking, yeah.
I don't know. I've never been a part of something.
They are.
That. I don't think I've ever been around.
A very
something.
talent-driven team, right? So I think their game planning always sucks because they just figure
We'll
the
figure
talent
it
is
out.
going to carry them through.
We'll get the ball in a couple people's hands and they'll make it happen. Which, by the
Four of
way,
their touchdowns were absolutely ridiculous.
Antonio Brown is outrageous. I love the thought that they were just completely mixing it up by saying he's a game time decision. Did you see him in that? I don't think there was any
he
game
had mud
time.
butt. He had shit. He was sick
too.
He
And
had
his
diarrhea. He had mud butt.
I'll tell you what, if they have that same toilet paper issue that the Colts do, the single ply in the home locker room, that could be a real issue. Can't cut your butthole, bro.
Single ply shouldn't even be. It should be just not even allowed.
No, like I understand you could go like lower tier cereal. We talked about this. You shouldn't, by the way, with the lower tier cereal. Don't do it.
Not even the name brand in the bag. Stop it. Bag is a bad fucking.
It's like
engineering
$1
decision.
difference, or maybe like 75 cents difference, and it's worth it. Just act as if it's a tax from your taste buds. Just act like the price difference is. But anyways, the fucking what was I just about to talk about? Goddamn.
TP.
One ply.
What? Yeah, the fucking toilet paper. I almost just fucking lost it about the cereal.
Almost gonzo.
The tax from your taste buds. I did not expect to come out of my mouth there. I was very happy.
That was very good.
Yeah, thank you. I was excited. I was like giving me a standing ovation in there. I was
Too
like,
bad your arm ain't longer. You can just go all the way back.
pat it
full
all the way back. I'm not flexible enough, but I lost my spot. Toilet paper. The single ply should not be legal, and if it is in the home locker room, which it might be in the Steelers because they save a lot of money, they're good business people. That would be absurd if that was really the reason. Mud butt. How many? 141 yards, 2 touchdowns, something like that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, he's the most athletic human out there.
I hope they slap that fucking franchise tag on your boy and then really send you guys into turmoil.
And he retires,
Yeah.
and the whole place
I
is
would-
just upside down.
I would love to see him do that.
You think he'd retire?
No.
Would you?
I mean, I did. If I don't like what the fuck's going on, I'm out. I'll see you
14
later.
million?
Oh yeah, I couldn't even walk away from that, bro. People are like, "Would you retire no matter what your position was?" No. If I was a quarterback making a shit ton of money, let's go ahead and ride this motherfucker out, bro.
So then, what's more important, the $14 million to Bell or Bell not being there to the Steelers?
Le'Veon Bell is just a different animal. Everybody thinks a running back is so easily replaceable because it's just like, dumb it does or whatever. I don't think so.
I would say most are, but there are a handful that are untouchable.
Do you know
He's
how
one of
much
them.
money he would get from other teams? By the way, he would get so much money from.
Yeah, he sits out 1 year and then he waits for that next year. It'll be double the 14 probably.
Look at the impact that Fournette has had on Jacksonville.
Oh, he's so good. By the way, who was that last week? Diggs, the Sports Illustrated guy. Who was the guy that said they'll just drop 8 into coverage? Who was that guy? There was some guy from like Sports Illustrated that tweeted like after the last Jaguars game. He was like the Steelers. He was like a blue check mark football talker.
Yeah.
Like he's supposed to talk about the NFL.
A real talking head.
That's his job. He was like, look for the Steelers, he said. Give a heads up to everybody. Look for the Steelers to drop 8 into coverage, forcing Blake Bortles to beat them with that coverage. I'm like, I literally only replied with one word, and it was Fournette. Like, what the fuck? You're going to drop 8 back and just let that fucking monster that is Leonard Fournette just run all over? That dude is good at football, by the way. What the fuck happened to his ankle that he just came back?
I don't know. It didn't even look like anything happened. Did you
It looked
see
like an Achilles situation because it's like his foot like slipped, and it was like it was a weird
It
situation.
definitely wasn't a twist or anything like that.
But he
I
can't.
think they gave him a small bruise. It was one of the highlights for the Steelers. They were able to put a little bruise on Fournette's
It was
ankle.
the field. It wasn't. He
Yeah.
wasn't even somebody. It was the field. That
Well,
guy,
you know, it's part of the team too. We have that home field advantage for a reason.
the grass, the turf. He's incredible at football. But you get a rookie quarterback who's supposed to be legit. Like, let's say it's the Texans. Texans have Deshaun Watson on a rookie contract, so they have a lot more money than everybody else. You bring in a Lev Bell to that Houston Texans team, which has a great defense, and now if you can run the ball,
Let's not get crazy.
Houston Texans win the Super Bowl. How about that? I'll say that. They get Lev Bell and Deshaun Watson stays healthy. Houston Texans win the Super Bowl. That's such a lie, bro. Why did I even say that? Why did I even say it? Shane Leckler believes that. That's why he's coming back for another year.
I know that's what you said he texted you.
Yeah, he says he's coming back because he thinks they got a chance to win it all. I'm like, okay, Shane. Shane's normally not like that, by the way. Very, very real.
How about that other guy you were talking about, blue checkmark football guys, tweeting that where's the flag on the Ben past the Bell, the lateral.
These people.
That was hilarious.
What?
Was that Presco?
No. It was
It was an FS1 dude. I can't remember his name.
I saw.
Oh, it was Jason. What's his McIntyre?
Yeah.
I was so confused.
I actually thought that when it first happened too. Like, but I'm a dumb football. Like, I'm not a talking head.
Not a person that's paid to talk.
Well, I thought it was a troll for a moment. Like I thought he was trolling.
Yeah, me
everybody.
too.
And then I looked at him like, no,
Blue check
he's
mark.
serious.
I'm like, okay. And then I see FS1 and all these other. I'm like, this is what's on mainstream media. I don't watch. Like, this is what's going on right now. We're in a real good spot over here at Barstool Sports. If we got fucking idiots saying that on TV, no way. I was wrong about something though, but it's not wrong. The timing on an onside kick, if they would have caught it clean, people were telling me that no seconds would have run off the clock. So if you hit an onside kick and the defense doesn't touch it, the return team doesn't touch it, you just kick it, they catch it. If you hit a high hop and a guy's running down the sideline and he just catches it, no time runs off the clock. I did not know that.
I saw you tweeting about it.
I thought it was 1 second. I was wrong. So I forgot their names, by the way. That's why I didn't tweet about them. There was 2 dudes that corrected me, and they were 100% right. I was wrong, and I wanted to tweet back at them, but I deleted the tweet.
The moment had passed.
So,
I got a competition committee member that texted me and told me I was wrong. So I was like, oh, well, thanks. I wish I could just go ahead and screenshot this.
From our main account, I tweeted out the video of the last play of the Vikings Saints, and I was like, this is not the greatest play I've ever seen by a safety. And I said his name in a tweet. And then 10 minutes later, I saw a video of him crying in the thing, and I deleted it. I was like,
He's in a bad spot.
I was like, main account's already got his name out there.
We don't need to keep it going. He's in a bad spot.
What did you do on that? Where were you at on that 4th down play for Eagles Falcons?
Eagles Falcons. I was at a bar.
Was it you were fucking nuts though?
Yeah, it was more anxiety than anything. But I mean, we've all had those dark spots. I was in the stands 2002 with the Vet when Rondé Barber intercepted McNabb all the way back, put the dagger. I mean, we've all had those heartbreak moments. Every single one of us.
Diggs.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah. It's just like you put so much into an entire season.
I mean, they weren't going to beat the Patriots. Like,
I'd like to have seen it. I would have at least liked to have I would have been fine with that.
The Patriots look unbelievable, by the way. Just an absolute slaughtering.
Hank, that's like an honorable death.
They get a lot.
There's integrity in that.
Have you heard how he's been saying Jacksonville? It's like he's saying it in a terrible manner.
Garbage franchise.
But
Blake Bortles, though. I mean,
Blake Bortles and that defense, dude, is the truth.
Are you gonna have any sympathy for him
defense gave up 42
this week
points.
for Blake?
yeah, of course. I hope Blake lights it up and the Patriots win by 3 points.
Oh, like the Steelers situation. Yeah. You think that same 45-42 would be perfect for you. Just the other way.
Yeah. Honestly, and this is gonna sound like the biggest douchebag Patriots fan thing ever. My heart wouldn't even Blake Bortles is the only person if he beat the Patriots, I wouldn't even be that mad because going to Minnesota and rooting
for
PMP,
Blake all week.
We wouldn't even be. We were talking about this last night. We would not be going as Jaguars fans. We would be going strictly as Blake Bortles fans. We'd go to the game we would be as big a diehard fans as you could possibly be. It'd be fun.
Man, I would hope that you would get front row seats as well.
Oh yeah, we try. Yeah, we would do.
Yes.
It would be
Imagine you guys behind the field goal, so every single kick. Oh, dude, I assume a lot of people don't enjoy it. Like people watching at home, like fucking Marlins, man, or the umpires behind the dugout in
I love that
baseball. I fucking love that. I really enjoy whenever we go to a game, like the Traveling Yoggers are one of my favorite group of people.
Pretty classic, yeah.
But like if you are an audience member who is a part of the show, like I enjoy that a lot. I'm a big fan. A Bortles fucking fanboy sesh right there. All game too. 100 million people watching. That would be so awesome. But they got to beat the Patriots.
No.
Josh McDaniels coming to the Colts, everybody.
What's the spread? Like 27?
It opened at 9, 9.5.
It opened at 10. That defense. Jalen Ramsey just gets on that field after the game to his crowd. Says, we need your energy 2 more times. We're going to the Super Bowl and we're going to win that bitch. They're feeling real good. Leonard Fournette in his little interview with Deion Sanders in the NFL Prime or whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. Man, they were that team.
Yeah, it's at 9.
Was not scared of anything. That team is very confident. Very, very, very confident. I've never seen, I don't think I've seen a team that confident publicly in a long time. A long time.
Yeah, they're great.
Those Seahawks teams were that confident.
Yes, it was a lot like the Seahawks defense. It's exactly what it feels like with this Jacksonville defense. They feel as if nobody gives a fuck about them, nobody cares about them, and they have the mindset that they want everybody to know about them. It's a good combination for super confident people. I don't think they're going to fear Brady. I think that's a big thing for a lot of teams. I think a lot of people are like scared shitless that Josh McDaniels and Tom Brady are just going to completely embarrass your family. That's what they're going to do. I don't think the Jaguars feel like that at all. I honestly don't believe that. I think it's genuine confidence, which is so interesting to me. So interesting. I don't think we've seen a team like that in a long time.
But then they're gonna realize they're in over their head, like in like the first or second quarter, and then just.
What do you think it is?
Patriots will win by like. Patriots will win. It'll be a more handily won game than the Titans.
Yeah, I agree.
Like they'll win by
really
28.
I agree.
Gronk? You think Gronk is the? What do you think it is?
Like. Basically, what you're saying is that the best thing the Jaguars have is their defense, but the best thing the Patriots have is their offense. I think that's essentially like they're going to neutralize each other. If not, the Patriots have a little bit of an advantage, or the Jaguars have a little bit of.
But the Patriots defense versus the Jaguars offense.
And Belichick and Patricia game planning against Bortles. As much as I love them, it's going to be ugly.
Really? Didn't even think that. Yeah. Didn't even think about that last particular sentence you just made right there. Because all I think about is how confident a team is, right? So if a team is confident, normally they feel good about everybody. Like normally one person isn't just going to be confident, or that if somebody's confident, they feel good about everybody. So I'm like, okay, so these guys have a lot of faith in this team being great. They think their defense is going to be able to handle it. But I mean, Pittsburgh.
Well, you saw how confident the Steelers were.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was different, though. I feel like the Steelers...
the Steelers weren't confident in that game. They just overlooked it. They were confident in beating the Patriots again.
I feel like the Steelers' confidence and the Saxonville confidence are two very different confidences. It is exactly...
That's fair to say.
It's like the Seahawks confidence versus like a Josh Gordon confidence. You know what I mean? Like the guy's wearing like sunglasses. You got a lot of very big individual superstars on that team. Not their fault at all. Antonio Brown, Dancing with the Stars superstar. Martavis Bryant is an alien.
QB sneak. Just sneak the ball. Just sneak it one time.
Ben threw Todd Haley. Ben threw Todd Haley under the bus so quick. We haven't run in a couple of years. I don't know why we don't call it.
Fucking Tom Brady runs it every other week.
He says, I like it too, is what Ben says. I like it too.
Brady's about to be, I think he's getting, Feidelberg said this, he's getting close to the 1,000-yard rush club.
How incredible is that? What a hysterical stat.
500
quarterback sneaks.
Him and Peyton, who runs better?
Brady. I mean, Brady's a more successful rusher.
No, yeah, that's because he outsmarts a defense and steals yards, which is beautiful. But if you were to get Peyton and Tom to run next to each other, who would be a better runner?
Peyton probably runs like 6'8", and Tom's probably 6'5".
I think that is something they're both going to get paid millions of dollars to do afterwards, for sure. I mean, now that I think about it, I already see them. That's a big commercial happening. And they'll probably do it in some fashion. Like Peyton will be with Nike and Tom will be with Under Armour. It'll be like a combined marketing effort. And I cannot wait to see which old ass wins, man. Tom Brady with that TB12 thing, though. He's throwing rockets, by the way. He overthrew Cooks by 10 yards. Cooks runs a 4.2. Mm-hmm. I couldn't overthrow him. I could not overthrow that guy. I feel like I have a pretty good arm. Like I feel like guys with pretty good arms could not overthrow Brandon Cooks on like a 5-foot or 5-step drop, sit and then throw. No. I don't think I could. That's like, it's amazing.
Like,
Tom
are you
Brady-
asking us, this room full of average dudes, if we could outthrow an NFL wide receiver, or is this like
no,
a
like
rhetorical?
a general question of quarterbacks around the league.
No, Nick, could you or not?
I don't think Matt Ryan could. I think Drew Brees probably could. That little fella can throw, can he?
Rodgers definitely could.
Yeah.
Rodgers.
Your best friend could for sure.
He liked he liked somebody else's Instagram post without ever liking mine, and I'm not happy about it. It's AJ Hawk's post, but I mean my photo was literally loaded at the same time, so Aaron saw both of our photos.
Does he follow you?
I think so. Yeah. He only follows me on Twitter. I don't know if he follows me on Instagram. It's a big moment for me right now.
That algorithm too.
Yeah, what's going on? Facebook and
things out of the
Instagram are fucking
timeline,
everything. So what are they doing?
I have no idea.
It's like whoever comments on shit.
Yeah, they're like taking away publishers. Like if you post, like the only way that you're going to show up in people's feeds is if it's like a highly talked about or like they're looking for.
They're
like
targeting
fan
engagement, right?
Yeah. Versus before, like if you posted a video, it would just show up in everyone's feed.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be, anyways.
Yeah.
Basic, boring motherfuckers. Get on. Get the fuck on. But now they're saying that this could be a quicker fake news spread because the fake news articles are normally the most active.
Yep.
Because as soon as that shit gets going, the people are commenting, bang, 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 fuck you, no, fuck you, no, fuck you, bang, 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 boom. So that's going to go everywhere. That's interesting.
They're just be posting clickbait shit.
We should probably hire somebody. Clickbait expert. That's another expert we should hire.
Hi, this is Ronnie. I'm clickbait expert.
That sounds a lot like Polar Vortex.
It's the only voice I got. My own voice in this one. There's only two I have, so I got to work with.
Fuck. Let's get out of here. Who's all right. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you had a great Tuesday. Tomorrow. Fuck. Tomorrow. It starts. Serious. I think. We were not sure.
Yeah.
Real big roll of dice.
All the technology is being set up tomorrow. I'm sure we've given ourselves enough time for failure to happen.
You mean today? It's being set up
Today.
as we speak.
As we speak, it is being set up. I'm sure we gave ourselves enough time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure.
One day's all you need.
Yeah, of course. I was at a campus. You know, they set up like 72 hours beforehand, had a truck and everything.
Good sound?
We had no sound, 30 minutes right there in the middle of Iowa. I'm sure the Sirius thing will work out. But if it does, just know that live radio is changing for the better. Barstool Sports has invaded Sirius XM. From 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., there's going to be magic and content happening at all times in the morning show. You got a guy that went to Harvard, a lady who worked at ESPN and Fox Sports, and a surprise other host. Have they released who the other host is?
I know who it is, but I don't think they released it.
Hank, have they released the other host's name?
No, I don't even know who it is.
So this is the thing about us being out here and not being in New York. I learn a lot of things, and I'm like,
See, they don't know either.
They don't know either.
Nobody knows anything.
From 7 to 9, that happens. From 9 to 10, something happens. And then from 10 to 1, we will be live with live lines. Call in anytime with whatever question you have. We will be talking about things as they speak. We will have call-ins. We will have guests. We have random call-ins. We have random guests. We'll be making magic happen 5 days a week from 10 to 1. And I cannot wait for you guys to fucks with us.
It's 15 hours.
What's that?
We'll be in your ears 15 hours a week.
All right.
Just saying.
It's a clean add-on.
You know what, though? Like, that was a real fact from you, which is not normal.
No, math. It was math. That's why.
Yeah, statistically speaking,
I'm very good at math.
Podcast listeners love at least 1 to 2 mathematical statistics.
Yep, jokes.
Per episode.
Yeah,
Dropped in.
or bits per ep.
Diggs' false facts will become something very prevalent and serious.
that, yeah.
He will drop things with 100% certainty to even his good friends. And if they believe him and he just lets it ride forever. And it could be a pretty important thing, too. It's a little game he plays. It's a Diggs false fact. It's a fucking pain in the ass if you're not Diggs, just so everybody knows that. At Sean Latham, at Tactical Diggs, at Nick Morado, at Evan Foxy, at Ty Schmidt, at Smitty Barstool, at Hen_EASE. We appreciate you so much for rocking with us. Come listen to us on Sirius all day, every day. There's a 30-day free trial. Start that shit tomorrow, and I think by 10 days in, you'll say, yep, I like it. Or you'll say, nope, not for me, and you still get 20 more days because Warren Buffett's paying for everybody to get 30 free days. You guys have a great Tuesday. We appreciate you for rocking with us. Have a good one. This show is brought to you by the only place we would bet. Is that not right, Sean?
One place and one place only, Pat.
At Tactical Digs. We'd only bet at one place and one place only.
That's it.
Nick, you're an Italian.
One place only.
Boatload of Italians just showed up in Key West when I was there. A boatload. I couldn't make it up. A fucking boatload. Cosa Deliziosa. Had to look it up. Thought it was a Mexican flag up there in the top. Nope. It's an Italian. Yeah. Looked it up, and I just started seeing all these paisans walking down a goddamn dock wearing real tight leather pants and shit. And this dock was just very calm and content. And then all of a sudden it was Italian days at Kennywood out of nowhere. Poof, loud, bang. Place became active. It was just a beautiful thing. I felt like I was back in Pittsburgh.
We're an active people.
A boatload. A lot of ginger Italians. I saw a lot of ginger
From up
Italians.
north.
That's the northern.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
The northern eye ties are pale and redheads.
Yeah, there was a lot of them walking around. I was like, huh? What was that?
We don't really associate with them.
I thought they were the Irish. I'm like, wow, this is a really good relationship here. The Irish and the Italian coming on one boat. This is a good thing. Nope.
Not a chance, bro.
No way. That's why we sit on opposite sides of the room.
No, we are more Sicilian. Those are the northern fucks.
Oh.
Actually, I think I'm probably part northern. Pretty pale. I think if I
You
remember
are a pale
correctly,
guy,
I'm
but you got
northern.
dark hair.
Yeah, my brother got all the good genes.
What's that mean?
He's got the good dark skin,
Really?
good hair. Yeah,
So when he tans,
he stays tan. I'm just greasy and pale.
I turn red though.
Pale ass mother, man. You a pale ass motherfucker, man.
Oh, I know.
You pale, man.
I'm a Wonder Bread Italian.
Oh,
Little product placement there.
oh, Italians are good at food though. We've all agreed.
Great at food.
Great at food.
Great at food.
Good fooders.
Now yous can't leave. Now yous can't leave.
You don't buy me out. I buy you out. Isn't that
You
what he said?
bought that line.
Isn't that what he said? You know what he said at a dinner table? Mm-hmm. Did he say that? At a
Yeah,
dinner
that's
table?
Mo Green. You kiddies really make me laugh. I do you a favor. I take Freddie when you're having a bad time. You don't buy me out. I buy you out.
By the way, that Godfather movie is so long.
Corleone family doesn't even have that kind of muscle.
How do you Italians sit around that long for movies? Like you all watch The Godfather, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, welcome to the world, birth. Cool. Here's our food. You're gonna love it. Food's great. We got the best food. And then bang, sit down for the next 9 hours of your life and watch what we do. Is that like kind of the way
You
it
got to
goes?
watch 1 and 2. The rest you don't really have
I
to
watched
watch. It's
the
optional.
one time I just watched we drove to Myrtle Beach for a little family vacation. I just watched all 3 movies and we were in Myrtle Beach. It was nice.
So
Nice work.
in the DeGilio car
Yeah.
filled with DeGilios,
Yeah.
you watched Godfather.
Yeah.
What a moment.
All the trilogy.
The trilogy.
Dude, I bet
you were there.
I bet your dad was all jacked up about it.
Yeah,
though,
of
while he was
course.
driving. His dad. Have you met his dad?
Yes.
What a human, man. I am a gigantic fan of Coach Diggs. What a human. And his mom is hilarious. And she sent us a Jenga set,
Yeah, she did.
which is so nice of her.
So that was cool. It was so big.
By the way, any gifts you want to send here, definitely send them. Definitely.
We accept all gifts.
All gifts. Somebody sent me a exploding thing of dicks. Remember that? That was the early days. Who sent that? Did we find out?
Death Row. It was Death Row.
Kyle Rowe.
Oh, really?
Kyle,
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in years.
Just send.
Sends an exploding thing of dicks.
It was a pipe bomb. It was a dick pipe bomb.
It was a little cock pipe bomb, wasn't it? It was. Huh. Right there in my face.
And it was funny because one of them had just bounced right off of your cheek, right? And it was like this clean bounce. I was like, did you guys see that dick bounce off Pat's cheek like
It was
that?
clean.
He said that.
Yeah. And we all looked around. We had because we all had seen it bounce off. Like I saw it bounce, and it was almost like it was in slow-mo. Remember, Diggs?
No, it wasn't. There was nothing in slow-mo. There was no dick slapping.
But he was only betting at one place.
It was, yeah. And that's what the thing is.
That is why it is
That's the
so
thing.
vital
That's why it's so vital.
to only bet at one place. Last week I was 4-0. You listen to this show, you're making money. There's another website that wants to help you make money, and it's betdsi.eu.
Yeah.
You'll feel the action at betdsi.eu with all of the odds, lines, props, and live in-game betting for every football game and every other major sport. You heard right. Live in-game betting. Diggs, what is your strategy?
If a good NBA team is down at half, take the second half line.
For sure, it's a lock. It's damn near a goddamn lock because that's how the NBA rolls. Talent prevails. Play online or on your phone. Sign up now and be playing in minutes. Go ahead and make your game day picks and get ready for the fastest payouts in the business, Sean.
The fastest, Pat. There's not a better or more fast in the business.
There's fast, faster. And then at the very end of the cul-de-sac, the speedy cul-de-sac at the end of the road is fastest.
Yeah.
Boom.
There's only one person living there.
And that's who, Pat?
BetDSI.eu. BetDSI.eu has been paying happy winners for over 20 years. It's one of the oldest sites for players to bet and win. If you're looking for some NFL playoffs action, we strongly recommend you go to BetDSI. You can also bet basketball, hockey, soccer, golf, MMA, auto, esports, and more. It's all yours at BetDSI.eu. Use playoff promo code PAT25 and get a free $25 play plus 100% matching bonus on your first deposit. Are you kidding me? That's right. Check out betdsi.eu and use promo code PAT25 for a free $25 gift, some would say.
On them. Just, hey, you, sign up. Here's free money.
You might as well just call that the Pat 50 because we're going to give you a lock. So you just put that $25 on it. You're going to double it up, guaranteed. Use playoff promo code PAT25. Get $25 play plus 100% matching bonus on your first deposit. Go big or go home. Get the 25. Get the matching bonus. BetDSI.eu promo code PAT25. Free $25 and 100% matching bonus only at BetDSI.eu. Hope you had a lot of fun today. Thanks for rocking with us. We will see you Thursday with a great conversation about life, more with Barstool, everything serious. You're going to want to hear about the behind the scenes of Sirius. And that's what this podcast is going to that's what this podcast is going to do. A lot of people are asking, will the podcast stop? It will not. It will only get better, I assume, because Sirius will be helping us out with content, which is awesome. You guys all have a great one. Thanks for rocking with us. Cheers.